Hey everyone, it's Sunday? It's not Saturday today.
Sunday fun day.
It's the Sabbath. I should be resting.
It's Sunday fun day.
So
Today
strange.
We all rest.
Welcome everyone to Arcane Focus. We mentioned a few times when it came to announcements, because of some lifestyle changes that are happening, some big things. We are mainly changing Magic and Mostead to Sundays. So that's going to be, it's kind of permanent, I guess, time slot, permanent-ish time slot for now, until, the baby comes. And then once it does, we'll have more announcements on our socials, as well as Discord, to sort of give an update when we're going to go back live, because more likely we're going to take a break. It's coming up soon. A few announcements.
Read your cliff notes.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
No, you gave me cliff notes. Oh, actually, I should do this. Hey, everyone. I'm your DM, Mike. Join with me are my amazing players. We have Amber, Steve, and Temple. Yeah. We're a little exhausted. Mm-hmm. We're just a little bit. We had a nice day yesterday, and it was filled with a bunch of things, personal and non-personal, so... Yeah, a little drained, but you know what? I think some D&D will do us good. It's always good to get into someone else's shoes. Some announcements first before we actually get into the recap. First of all, we won't be live with Magic and Mostead next week, but we'll be returning Sunday 26, in June 26, for episode 65. Yeah. But if you're hoping for a little more content on that week, well, don't worry. We'll make it up for you, because we're on the 25th is we're going to have our one-shot Ripples and Waves. It's going to be Amber's third?
I think so, yeah. Third and last probably for this year.
Probably. So expect that to happen coming this month. We're all going to play mermaids and merfolk and water people. It's going to be great.
Mermaids.
You guys want to recap?
Yes.
Yes.
I think we need one.
I think so too. Okay. As the party waited within the hunter's camp, the familiar face of their old but creepy dwarven friend, Mostead, emerges from the jungle that surrounded them. Alongside was a meek-looking half-elven man, Daniel, the eyes of whatever patron Mostead has. After catching up, out of the brush around them, javelins of retracting spikes shot out and dragged Mostead to several stone-hand tribalmen, upset that Daniel was stolen from them by the dwarven friend. Though they shifted players' places with their weapons, they were really no match for the three griffins, the bag, as well as the hunters that inhabit the area. After the dust settles, Harrowhand, one of the hunters, demanded an explanation of, one, if Mostead was the person who took their mounts, and two, what was going to be done with them. During the conversation, something caught Rolly and Savannah's eyes as the silhouette of a figure upon a cliffside was finishing a spell. 3 darts of necrotic energy shot out, almost killing one of the hunters, but severely hurting Harrowhand and Rolly. The figure floated up into the sky, floating above everyone, and revealing herself to be Queen Evergrey, the undead ex-ruler of Mostead, as she waited for the party's return from the Feywild. The fight began, and as the party quickly found themselves scrambling for a way of escape, Rolly uses boots to jump up and deal massive damage, while Mostead let loose a torrent of magical blasts. Vera called upon Kynite, a earth genie, for help, and eventually the Tao emerged from the ground, bringing the undead lich down to the ground as the parties quickly shift their tactic, focusing it on Evergrey to bring her down. After some time and her shifting away but Rolly catching up, the party finally brought down Queen Evergrey as her undead corpse laid there, allowing Mostead to feed her to the bag. Heading north, they used the magic flying carpet to get to the northern shore of the island, where they found an inn and rested. Currently, you three are in your own rooms, as you now have the benefit of a long rest.
Thank the Lord.
And Mostead and Daniel took another room off to the side. You guys start to wake up a little bit, feeling a bit of that soreness from the previous day, a bit exhausted, just coming off from the high of the Feywild and all of its splendor and wonder and chaos behind you, and enjoying and essentially leaving that and arriving in another form of chaos. And the morning's slow. It's kind of a windy morning, as you're currently still in the north shore of the Zuri Islands. Who wakes up first?
I mean, I require less sleep, so I guess I'd probably be up just meditating or something. Plus, I need to go outside and charge a shield.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, Veer.
I would probably be the last one, just on the sense that like I was so close to death, and I killed the witch.
Rolly taking a
That's
champion's nap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll go in order. So Veer, you wake up first after coming out of your trance, and then sort of enjoying the slowness of putting together your clothes and armor, grabbing your weapons and holding it to your back. You're looking at the shield right now, seeing that definitely the energy you can feel coming off of it as you've attuned to the shield is definitely depleted a bit. And as you currently walk your way downstairs, you can hear the floorboards underneath you creak and shift. It's a quiet inn right now. As we discussed before, there are really nobody here because there is no trade right now. There are no sailors to occupy this space. You do see the Furbolg woman, Albin, who currently is sleeping at the front. You see her head sort of on her arms, just sort of sleeping on a stool.
I mean, I'll probably wake her up, but I'm just gonna keep walking. I'm gonna let her be. I'm not gonna bother her.
You just walk past her. The floorboards crick and creak. Unfortunately, she doesn't wake up. She's still snoring off away. And as the little bit of dawn starts to rise from the horizon, you lift up your shield and you can feel that warmth starting to recharge your shield.
Is there anything like going on outside, or is it just like still too early? Or like what time am I actually up?
Let's see. I'll say that you went to bed like because it was late. So
Yeah.
we'll say that like at 11 or 12. So it's like 4 in the morning right now. I will say it's about 5 in the morning. It took you an hour to slowly shift your way up, get dressed, and go downstairs. So 5 in the morning.
Okay. I think she's gonna try and find a place to like kind of meditate that's not awkwardly like in the middle of everything if I can.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
I mean, if there's nobody around, that probably doesn't matter, but 9 plus 8, so 17.
17. There's really not like a hidden space around here. It is essentially, imagine a full open shore, very like markless. There's not a lot of like redeeming spaces here. It's just a dock area with maybe about 5 docks, and 2 buildings, which one is a general store and the other's an inn, or a trading store, I should say. You are able to find a couple of cut down logs that were placed around what looks to be a campfire, which no one has inhabited for a while now. So you're able to find a little bit of solace in this area as you sit down on a log looking out to sea.
Okay. She's gonna kind of just meditate there, and she's gonna cast commune.
Commune?
Yeah.
Okay.
She has not done that in a very long time.
How does it look like when you cast commune?
She probably glows a little bit, like in the sunlight. It's probably a little bit different of a glow. Like more arcane, I guess, in nature.
Okay. Yeah, the little bit of sunlight gleams off your armor, and from an off looker, they would see just light reflecting off metal, not realizing that the rest of your skin is also reflecting the same light. And as you close your eyes, feeling the warmth of the sun across your skin, your consciousness almost expands out as you could see the entire planet and moving towards the sun. And you are left in a blackless, starlit void with a giant sunball.
I think I get 3 questions, so let me...
You may ask 3 questions, yes or no's.
Are we done with Evergrey?
You see, imagine this. Imagine like if you were just looking at the sun, and you were close enough where you could see the little wisps of like explosions and plasma, like extending outwards, and then the gravity pulling back in. You see those little wisps starting to escape, and then you see the sun starting to slowly turn and turning a little bit of a tint of blue, a coldness of a no.
Okay. She's just making sure. She kind of figured, but I'm trying to word it so it's not so like complicated. Considering what's happened in the kingdom, is there a chance that we can fix it? Like, can the kingdom be like, I don't want to say redeemed, but
Saved.
yeah, I guess.
Because this is written in the spell, you're given almost an unclear answer, where it's unsure. Like the ball itself just continues to spin. There is no outward reaction to your question, and you get a sense that the Dawnfather is unsure. It's a make either a religion or insight check.
I think I chose proficiency in religion, but let me see which is higher. Oh, we're gonna go insight. +9.
Oh, this is a ritual spell. Oh, you don't use any spell slots for this. That's great.
Ooh. 19 + 9, so 28.
28. You worship Palo the Dawnfather, and not by his normal tags as a god.
Yeah.
You worship you worship the aspect of the communal space that sunlight gives to a community, to cities, to villages, to families, to anyone who relies on the sun for light, for power, for food, anything underneath the sun is essentially what you believe in, and it's good. It's the good of community that they rely on it. You get a feeling. Did you roll insight or religion?
I rolled insight.
Insight. You grab that feeling, almost like you're associating it from your god, that gods are paragons where they can instill their beliefs. Like they have like a set of rules. These are rule books of this is how you worship me. This is how you live your life. This is how you spread my word. But you know, in an aspect that even gods know this, is that beings, humans, and mortals are also a bit of chaos. People do what they want. People are selfish. People are giving. Someone wakes up one day and they are having a bad day, and they might be an asshole to someone. And then later in the day, they have a good moment, and then all of a sudden they're happy and going and very caring. Yeah, Palor doesn't know if there is a way to save or not. It's kind of up in the air. It's up to the people. It's up to the community.
Okay. Trying to think of a different one. I just don't know what to ask about them. I was trying to fit the blanks in there, but I don't know exactly what to fit as a yes or no versus like actual information. So I already know they're still
going to be a pain in our ass.
Yeah, we already know that. They're still around. I think a good question is, do the Blake twins have a way to bring Evergrey back? Like, now?
I think what you get is the sun itself starts to spin a bit faster within this void. You're still like out in space floating, looking at the actual sun itself as it starts to spin slightly faster, and you start to see those plasmid tendrils little bit of explosions coming outwards, and you get a flash of bright orange, a clear yes. Heat comes out. Though I'll say in your mind, the word that Paylor is unsure if this ties to your question is the word now.
Now. Okay.
It's almost like, can they bring her back? Yes. Now there's a hesitation.
Okay.
And your consciousness, while floating in the sky, starts to get pulled back. You start to see the sun getting smaller until it's the same size that you've always seen it back on the material plane, as you find yourself back sitting at the beach. You hear the waves crashing.
I think one last thing before she goes back in, she's going to send a message to Uthiel, and then she's going to get some damn coffee because she's tired.
Okay. Just a clarification here is that you already took your long rest.
Yeah.
So this is a spell spot.
No, this one is a spell.
Yeah.
Commune's a ritual, but...
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me just suspend this spell.
Sorry, we had breakfast.
I'm trying to think of what to tell him. In 25 words, always have to be clever with these damn words. The form of the queen, I'm going to assume he knows what I'm talking about, has been dispatched for now. What's going on there? I got word from Igno. It's a mess. Are you okay?
Yeah, you fit it. You receive, like, it takes a few seconds. It's not immediate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably waking the man up, but I think he's probably an early riser too.
Yeah, you hear him. I think you know this enough about Uthiel, your own husband, that it's the sound of him up already, but in the midst of waking up still. Like,
Not fully awake.
yeah, like he's been up for maybe like 15 minutes, and he's just sort of dragging his body around. Like, you can only get a sense that he's probably tired, being in charge of the investigation, and so you do hear him respond back after a second. Hey, okay, good to know. Things are a bit chaotic, a little bit. My ring. Are you all right? I felt it really beating hard last night. Be safe, please.
He didn't answer if he was okay or not.
Yeah, he said he's alright.
Oh. The man's too calm for his own good.
Then you hear a yawn.
You hear the last few words as a yawn.
Yeah, he's been like each sentence is like "Ugh," type of thing.
Then she'll head back, and then she'll try to gently wake up the innkeeper to see if she can get herself breakfast.
You poke her head.
I don't want to poke her head, but I just like lightly tap her.
Yeah, she's got like that fur. She's like a lot like a deer. Sort of this fur bulk face of hers. After this, as you're currently doing it, we're gonna pause you as you're currently tapping her. Savannah, you wake up. Definitely do that whole cat stretch. Get the back going and roll the muscles out. You look over to Rolly, who generally wakes up around the same time you do, because you're the two who require 8 hours of sleep. You've seen Rolly purposely
like dead to the world.
Yeah, like he probably woke up 15 minutes ago and went, "No, I'm going back to sleep." Rolly, you feel a little.
Savannah, how what's your height? How tall are you?
I'm about 5'8" by night. No, 5'10". I'm sorry.
5'10". DM, do you want to know what Rolly's dreaming of?
Yeah, what is Rolly dreaming of?
So a thought goes into Rolly's, in his dreams. He's haunted by a question. When cats stretch, they actually stretch much higher than their actual length.
Mm-hmm.
So he's thinking, if Sav can stretch past 5'10", does that mean she's taller than 5'10"?
Head, I'm not on all fours. That makes no sense.
I can just imagine she's actually like 6'2". Maybe Savannah is actually like my size, or maybe smaller, of course. But pondering that question in my dream.
You ponder this as you have a vision of Savannah who currently, like, I can imagine Savannah in your mind is a dumbed down version of Savannah. So instead of Savannah, like, we imagine Savannah, the whole, roguish archetype where she's wearing leathers and straps and she has numerous places for her daggers, a cloak over her neck with like a book always at the side, and sort of this arcane energy releasing from her hands whenever she feels like releasing it. In Rolly's mind, you see what looks like to be none of the cloaks, no book, maybe one dagger, and she's kind of she's like a cat, like standing at like bipedal, and just sort of like that, and then you just imagine her go, and then she just goes, stretches really large, and then she goes, and then you start to feel something on your head, Rolly.
Oh, Savannah, it's not playtime right now.
Wait, alright. I'll leave you be.
Savannah, you start.
Alright, and I'll leave him alone. I'll walk out.
Okay. Yeah, you grab your stuff, put yourself together, and walk downstairs. And the thing that you see downstairs is, Vera, you start to pat the innkeeper, Albin. Actually, hey.
Morning.
Yeah.
Is it possible to get some coffee and some breakfast?
Me too. So walk down the stairs.
Well, for us three,
Hey.
we're probably gonna need like triple the portions for the big one when he eventually gets down.
Yeah, sure. I'll just get like a big pot or something, man. What? Coffee? I
Yeah.
can go for some coffee.
You could pour yourself a cup as well.
Do you guys want any?
Oh,
Yes, please.
Cool, I'll get you some. You see her
look at
get up, scratch the little bit of the goatee she has, and goes in the back and starts to brew up something, cook some food.
Is there like an ever casted sleep spell here? Because what is with everybody?
I think she's just really chill. Not everybody has what we have going on.
How'd you sleep?
Not horribly, but I think it was more of like pending questions.
Yeah. Like, this is a victory, right? Why does it feel hollow?
Well, kind of went to go talk to the big man upstairs since I had to go charge the shield. I haven't done that in a while.
And Savannah's gonna look at her like she has to kind of process what the heck she's talking about. Big man upstairs, you mean Rolly?
No. I would not be asking a Rolly life or death questions normally.
Loud snoring sounds come from upstairs.
She just points to her symbol, like her sun symbol.
Oh. What'd he say?
We're not done.
Well, I could have told you that. Yeah, has anything more useful?
He's not sure if we can actually save the kingdom. I think he doesn't know the exact route. Gods don't normally give you the exact, here's a map and this is how you save a country, but I think he's just unsure with everything going on.
Savannah takes slight offense to what she just said because it's like, hey, not kingdom.
No, I know. But I don't think you have the persona of letting a whole place die just because you're not from there.
Of course not, but at the same time, I have to worry about my land too.
and I asked him about the Blakes. He's not sure if they can bring her back right now, like at this very second, but they can bring her back.
So it's a matter of time.
I don't know if they know already. I'm sure there's a way, being how intertwined they were with her already.
Do you think they even know? Wait, do you even think they know she's dead yet? That's the question. How much time do we have until the consequences of this pay out?
I don't imagine too very much, given that she probably killed the king. I'm like 99% sure, unless like, I don't know, his wife got up on her high horse one day and was like, yeah, I'm done. But
it wouldn't be the first wife to do that to her husband.
I know, but she didn't really have anything to gain from it like Evergrey did.
That we know of.
The door swings open, and you see Albin sort of carry a pot and her own coffee, and she puts down the pot and she's like, cups. Goes back into the kitchen.
Starting to think she needs a greater restoration, but it's alright. I'm just gonna let that be.
Cups are brought later on.
No. Greater restoration does not save that.
Rolly, the smell of food starts to permeate into the air, and you could stay asleep if you wish. Absolutely. The window is currently open, facing towards the sea, and you're getting sort of a nice cool breeze onto you, and it's very comfortable in your warm bed. But the smell of food starts to tickle your nose.
Set a DC for me.
12.
Flat roll.
Flat roll.
5.
So you're staying asleep?
That's up to the DM.
Yeah, you're staying asleep.
The slight scent of owlbear steak permeates my dream.
Yeah. We cut to Rolly, who's currently grabbing, like, almost snuggling with a pillow. He's sleeping on one and grabbing another one, and he's starting to chew on that pillow.
Savannah, you got me owlbear steaks. So nice.
But food is brought to Veer and Savannah, and Albin sort of looks around and goes, I'll put, like, a cover on the food for him. You guys paid like a lot last night, so this is covered.
Thank you. By
Yeah.
chance you have anything stronger?
She means alcohol in the coffee.
Well, it's mostly for Rolly, but I'll take some myself.
Oh yeah, we still have unopened bottles of like dwarven stuff, man.
We'll take one.
For
We'll
sure.
take actually 2 bottles.
I'm gonna have to like charge you
I
for
give her
that.
another 2 gold pieces.
You got it. Turns around, starts to bring you 2 bottles of dwarven mead. You can mark that in your inventory. Essentially, you can get like 4 cups. You can get like 8 cups from each bottle if you wish.
So I put 1 bottle on the table and 1 I'm slipping in my bag.
There you go. Roll me another d20. I'm setting a DC in my head again.
9.
9. You hear the clear indication of alcohol being poured, and immediately your eyes open up. Yeah.
I think we programmed him Pavlov style, like to be like Irish coffee up.
I get up, like I literally sit myself up on the bed, Undertaker style, just shh.
Yeah.
Booze.
You have to like stay quiet for a moment. You're like, wait. Was it my imagination? And then you hear the bottle, a clear indication of a bottle hitting a wooden surface. And you're like, hold on. And then like shapes and symbols, sorts of numbers. That's an alcohol bottle.
Carry the 2.
Yeah.
Divided by the cosine. Booze. And I immediately get up, like if I'm not wearing shoes, I put shoes on and I make a bad dash.
Rolly's still wearing his sleepwear with his just essentially like an undershirt. Oh, no, you're a fit guy. You could probably just walk down there bare-chested and be fine.
Just him in some pants and just like, what the hell?
Yeah, just
You just hear like giant feet coming down the. Oh, okay, it wasn't the food that got him up;
Okay.
it was the booze and the
Alright, start
alcohol.
pouring the cup of coffee.
Hey,
And the alcohol in the coffee.
I got cover for your food.
I just make my way through the opening into the kitchen.
Rolly here, Rolly.
I just slide the cup to him.
Boom, boom. Give me that. Good. Yeah. All right, that's what I needed. Hey guys.
Would you like some owlbear?
Yes. Give me that.
Tastes a lot like dinosaur.
Yeah, I was like, because I don't think they have owlbear.
Oh, sorry. I didn't like for some reason you said owlbear.
It's
So
very gamey for owlbear.
Yeah.
just pretend it tastes like a great owlbear steak.
Wait. Thought you said this was owlbear. Thought you said this was owlbear.
I was enjoy your meal. Walks away or turns
What
away.
is this?
It's food,
It's
Rolly.
not bad.
It's food.
What?
It's food.
It's giant lizard.
Yes, I know it's food. What kind of food?
Do you want
Where
like?
did it come from?
Do you want chili paste with it? It's gives it a good kick.
Yes, but let's hold a pin on that. What is this?
You technically have to ask her. I didn't make it.
It's like it's the stegs, the stag. It's a
This
dinosaur.
dinosaur meat?
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh my god, this is really spicy.
Yeah. Can't eat too much. You're gonna have a bad time later. But if you eat a lot of it, you get like a head rush.
What's her name again?
Alvin?
Alvin. Do you eat a lot of chili paste?
Oh, constantly.
Okay, that explains a lot.
What?
Nothing.
I mean, nothing.
Oh.
I mean, push comes to shove, we can deal with it. But I swear, Rolly, if you throw up,
Oh, I call not it. I'm not cleaning that.
no, we throw them outside with the shower stone.
Ooh, actually, speaking of that shower stone, can I have that shower stone? Yes? No? I hear silence. Silence is deafening.
Top.
Thank you. I will be right back.
Ah, crap. I forgot.
Pat it,
We're...
pat it, pat it, pat it,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, we still don't know they were gone, so I'm actually gonna point that out. I'm like, aren't we missing two
Listening to what?
bodies?
Oh. I don't know if he actually sleeps or what his deal is. I don't remember. I guess we could go look in his room.
Go.
Okay. You two can get up from the table. The food already paid for, finished. And
I think Vera's taking her cup with her because she's just like, I'm tired.
It's like we're not necessarily going any far, so we're just take cup.
yeah, you can definitely take the cup. And as you currently do so, you walk into an unlocked door. You know this is where Daniel and Mostead were sleeping. And the door is unlocked. You sort of test the knob and already it opens up. It does look like someone slept here. But there is no one in sight. And the only thing left you can see that's out in the open is a leaf and wood armor. The same armor that Daniel wore.
Is it good quality armor?
Oh, absolutely not.
Can I still make a profit off of it?
Probably.
Take. What? Obviously, the bad call. Why not?
You guys get a sense that
We're gonna have to deal
they
with
left
that sooner
without
or
saying
later.
goodbye.
And I'll just gently look at Sav and be like, I'll give you a guess why he doesn't have his armor anymore, Sav. And then she'll walk out.
Hey, what do you mean? Oh. Well, he's not gonna use it.
And I'm just gonna go eat my food.
Sure.
Hey, don't leave me.
Thought you were walking behind me. Why are you staying in the room?
You clutch into the shower stone and immediately almost like a rush of almost like clear arcane energy crosses across your body and face, and you just feel cleansed right now. Even the clothes that you wear, a lot of the blood and splatter of dirt and muck and grime start to flake away into the air, turning into ash and floating off, dissipating into the air.
I call the shower stone next. Maybe we all should take a bath, given that God knows what we're walking into.
I need to get me one of these. All right, now that that's taken care of, I'm in bed. I'm not inebriated yet. I'm ready to get the day started.
Rolly,
head back into the... Oh,
I was gonna say, all right, no, go for it. Where are you going?
I was just going back to the kitchen, back to the party.
Rolly comes down, shirt looking like it's been pressed and cleaned. Blade looked like it's been sharpened and shined. Rolly looks like $1 million.
I don't get it. You don't even do that for Gina Lee.
You didn't know that?
I think he did take an actual bath when he went on the date with Gina Lee.
But the day's ahead of you guys, as Alvin currently is cleaning up a little bit, sort of still yawning and waking from the morning, and looks to you all and goes, I don't know when the next shipment's gonna come, so I mean, hopefully you guys got coin, and then you can hang out for a few weeks.
So no one either ferries or charters ships either?
I could charter a ship. It's just gonna take a while.
I have it, but first bath. So she asked Rolly for
I guess we're all going to be taking baths. I'll just wait till you get back.
Might as well.
Oh, well, I don't want to be the unclean one.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Might as well take a bath. We don't know what we're getting into, and we don't know the next time we're gonna take a bath.
Thought we were going home.
We are. That doesn't mean it's gonna be easy peasy.
We can fast forward a little bit, saying that Vera, you hold on to the stone, and the same arcane energy flushes through your body as you start to feel your hair getting a little bit of the grease and dirt and grime coming out of your hair. Savannah, you do the same, and your fur kind of fluffs up and then starts to tamper down as you... Almost like the arcane magic went through the entire process of taking a shower and then drying. And then slowly that natural oils come back and you start to feel cleansed, ready.
I guess she can put it in the room because I don't think Word to Recall would be good outside in front of everybody. So she'll start doing her little circle in the room she was in.
You're not placing the spot.
No,
You're
I'm not placing. I'm
activating
just doing the spell to leave.
it. Do you remember where where you placed the spot?
It's in Books and Brew on the last.
No.
No?
The spot's in Akota.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
still better than here.
I mean, get to the book and brew from Akota, but it's in Akota.
That's fine.
Okay. You start to etch in the arcane ruins, making a circle, pushing the bed, the numerous beds in here. There's 2 or 3. You push them off to the side, and slowly start to etch your way in. And the arcane doorway, a light emerges, and you are free to Word of Recall your way back to Akota.
Okay, everybody hold on to the food. No promises. And I'll just go through.
As I mentioned before, whenever you use the Word of Recall, everyone, you don't feel that push that the transportation archways for the Raven's Claw gives you. This one's more of a lightness in your breath as you and as you exhale. You are in a different room, and immediately you hear as you turn around.
Worried about happened.
And you see what looks like to be a couple, a man and a woman, currently bringing up the covers up to them. You see underwear and shoes and socks and pants hanging over doorways and the bed, and they're like, "What the fuck? Get out!"
I was in here last time. Sorry.
Guards!
Shit.
Let's go.
Let's book out the door.
I think Vera is actually laughing.
I'm going to tell you, you realize it's upstairs in our room.
Had worse.
Oh, fucking hell.
You just see a shoe.
Leon's gonna kill us.
Hit the door behind you as you guys exit out, standing in the hallway. Doesn't look like their voice was heard to anyone really important. You just look down the stairwell that leads into the bar proper, and you see one guy kind of...
See, he thinks it's funny. All right.
Oh, Lord. I guess I'll walk downstairs to the bar and see if either Leon or Richard's there.
You walk down to the bar, and the bartender that... The front of the bar kind of looks at you, and as you start to head towards the back area that leads to the stairwell down to the actual Raven's Kiss HQ, this dwarven woman stops you, specifically you, Savannah, and goes, "Things are a mess down there. I don't know the specifics, but just be warned." "Hi,
Wait.
how's it going? How can I help you?"
Alright, I'm gonna keep on walking, but as soon as we're kind of out of earshot, it kind of seems like, well, something else is a mess, apparently.
I think a lot of things are a mess.
Go on down to the Raven's Kiss.
You go down to the Raven's Kiss, and you hear arguments. Numerous of the tables are filled with Raven's Kiss members who are currently yelling at each other. Debates are happening very vocally in a way. You look out, and you don't see any of the, any Richard manning the bar. There is a very mattered and stressed-eyed Leon who is currently going, all right, Samuel, need to stop. Fuck. And his eyes sort of shift. He's lost control of the entire situation, locks eyes with Yusuf, and goes, "Oh, thank every single being in the sky."
Oh no. What the hell is going on in here?
Come here.
What?
He kind of brings you to the side. Leon looks like he hasn't slept in 3 days.
Yeah, look good.
Something... I don't know what happened, but something happened to the birds.
Wait, what do you mean something happened to the birds?
Don't worry, everything's going to be fine. We'll figure this out. Stick with every job that you have and finish it when you can. Follow me, we're going into the Raven's Claw.
Thank you.
You follow him into the back area and walk through the teleportation circle. The archway pushes, you feel that push of in your stomach, and you hear silence as you walk into the main center of the Raven's Claw teleportation nexus. You look around and you see all of the Kenku, the numerous Richards who study and practice Richard Thogmore's teachings and his personality and his voice. All of them have not opened a beak. And they look, one of them, which you recognize with the actual crack on his beak, looks to you with a genuine, excited face, and then a sadness breaks into his eyes.
Kind of run up to him and kind of hold his face. It's like, oh no.
He opens his mouth, and all you hear is, "Ah!"
Leon, how long has this been going on?
For 2 days. I don't know. I returned back from Attigate, made my way here and started to run the bar a little bit. For some reason, Richard told me to stay. Went here. A few hours passed, I got nervous, checked on him. No one can tell me anything because no one's talking.
When I went to go get you, something was happening, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Right when I was leaving, and I just kind of I was focused on you, so I let it go. Do you think it's connected?
What was it? You just hear, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" like an actual murder of crows as they all start to squawk outwards, seemingly lost their voice.
I have an idea, but Savannah has to tell Vera.
Right now, I'm kind of like in my own world, guys. I'm just Simple's trying to remember the guy's name right now. Shit.
You want to describe it? Maybe I can remember it for you.
Freaking brother guy. Garwin.
Garwin Kim, yes.
Yes. Do you think Garwin got through?
No. Actually, he's held up in trial right now. We have him locked up.
Ah, that's one good news in all this.
Yeah, we have him locked up currently, but his trial has been put on hold until we can actually get a leader to oversee everything. We can't have a trial without a judge, and every single judge here cannot speak.
Put a pin in that.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
I mean, I had an Evergrey?
Possible? I mean, how would she know where we are? Not even.
Because she's been tracking me.
Damn it. I guess it's possible.
I just don't understand. I mean,
We don't have a voice anymore. Dogmore, our leaders were taught direct ways, copied and copied and copied. They're the voice, they're the mind, they're the way we lead ourselves, and without it, most of the guild right now is starting to go into disarray.
right now we just need to keep the guild maintained until we could figure out a solution to this. Can you just can we each just hold off our own sections?
I'll get some trusted members and see if we can maybe get one in each guild. It's not a bad idea.
At least just buy us some time until we could figure this out.
Okay. I've been trying to keep people busy on jobs. You know, whatever remaining jobs we have.
I don't even know what I'm about to walk into once I get back to my spot. I'll do what I can.
Okay. I'm gonna take I'll take a coda. I'll also get some people in Varsal and others.
Okay. There's 3. I'm like, where's the one I'm missing?
There was. It's a good question. I actually have it here. Hold on.
It's the beach. It's the beach.
Yeah, Glixen Beach.
We need someone at Glitzen Beach, but I don't know who to trust.
I'll find someone.
Okay.
You've got something at home?
I'll figure it out.
Okay, you take care of your business. I just want to let you know. I don't know how, why, but it's definitely put a dagger in our heart right now. I think, and he kind of leads you towards the giant boulder, that one section of the Raven's Claw that is sealed away, where you see a bunch of the elder Kenku training the new breed of Kenkus, and you can see them almost unaware of what's happening in the outside. Just you can see through the little porthole window that they're speaking to one another. There is the voice still there, but the boulder is still locked for another 5 years. He goes, we can't hold this off for 5 years. So I don't know what's happening, but the guild isn't gone. But this is definitely a spiral.
I don't know.
I know. If you have any suggestions, let me know. You know where to find me. I'll be in Coda trying to wrangle up whatever chaos I can.
I'll be in touch.
Perfect. Right now, we have ceased any new additions. Right now, we've cut that off. Anyone who decides to leave the guild, we're tracking to ensure that none of our secrets leave. Because
with the Garwin on our tails, that's timing.
yeah. Well, he's his own little. Anyways.
Yes.
Yeah. He pats her back and goes, I don't know where you've been. I'm glad to see you. Hopefully everything's all right. Take care of your personal stuff, right? We'll take care of this later, but if you have any ideas.
I just hug Leon. I'm kind of lost for words right now.
puts one strong arm around you. He goes, yeah, I know. We got this. All right. Later, Miss Girl. Sort of
Come on,
walks
guys.
walks his way out.
I thought we were outside because I thought we were not allowed to go in there.
You would have followed. You're standing in the Nexus. I'll say you're standing in the Nexus. Or you can say that you're always like 20 feet behind.
Okay, I thought we weren't allowed to go in there. That's why I wasn't saying nothing.
Exactly.
They know you two faces. You're fine.
Yeah, you're always welcomed.
I mean,
Huh.
if they're like, I don't know what verbal component Vera would have to say, like to see if one, they're cursed. Two, if they're like Creed and they just can't talk or are not able to talk, maybe I can get in their head.
I mean,
Or at least see what happened to them.
hearing the head part. That's actually not a bad idea. Run back after Leon to go back to to go find my Richard.
Okay. Yeah, he's currently at the Nexus, writing on a board. They all now have like crude drawing implements, and he sort of looks at you, see you running, and he goes, writes down, rough times.
No kidding. I want to try something, but I need you to come with me.
Nods, sort of lets you lead the way.
Well, I can try
think
more than
Vera-
one. I don't know. Because we can do like 8 of us if you want.
You want to do like a clan?
Well, up to him. I don't know what he feels comfortable with.
Richard, want to gather your 8 closest, or just you?
Well, I was thinking us 3, him, and like whatever else, so he could grab 4 more.
Tighten it. Okay.
Okay. Alright. Just the one. Alright, well, I want to ritually cast it, so it'll take me 10 minutes, but
Okay.
I'll do the Rary's telepathic bond.
You slowly take the time. There is no sunlight underneath the Evergrey Desert within the open hands section, deep within the Raven's Claw. But even though there is no sunlight, your own glistening armor pulls a bit of the light itself until finally you feel a fragment pull off and you thrust it into each of your friends' minds as well as Richard, as he, almost like a bird, almost like quickly twitches at feeling it happen. And you hear a different voice. You get a sense like this is the actual Kenku's voice. This is not the mimicry that he does all the time. And you hear, "Hello?
We hear you. In our head.
Wonderful.
What happened?
It is hard to say. A woman walked into found a way into our sanctuary, raised a hand, addressed us all, knew who we were, and some blast, some emanation of arcane energy pulled from our throats. We lost it all. Our voice. His voice.
She looked like she had fine robes and everything, white hair.
You are thinking of Evergrey?
Yeah, I've gotten to see her a few times, unfortunately.
Was not her.
What'd she look like?
Human. Dark hair. Skinny face. Thin body.
Blake?
That's what I'm thinking. Is she? Does it sound like he's kind of describing Olivia?
Roll me
Or would we remember anything like to give him to say like, yeah, that's her?
roll me intelligence check.
I'm gonna give myself guidance. I'm not dumb, but I'm definitely more wise.
I was gonna
than...
say, because I'm having the same thought. Can I assist her, or can I roll as
Oh,
well?
I'll have her do it.
You can roll.
I'll assist Savannah because she's got higher.
Okay.
What do you? Oh, it's the D4, right?
Yeah. Well, assist is advantage, but I can cast guidance on you.
So you have advantage and a D4.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the advantage. And of course the D4 is hiding in the box.
That's what they do.
That's gonna be 17.
17. Dark hair, dark eyes, pale skin, skinny form, thin cheekbones. He starts to describe looks. He starts to describe like old-timey clothes, like the equivalent of like 1920s dresses and attire. Something from a long forgotten age that we don't wear anymore, obviously here, which would be equivalent of over there. Someone who lived that long, and you get a sense that sounds like Olivia.
So I
What has she got to gain from taking away their voice, though?
continuing this ever life. It's another method.
I mean, I can try and see if I can undo it with this one, with you, Richard, but I can't. I don't think I can do all of you.
You see his eyes like light up, something offhanded that, you know, not from what you guys are discussing, but just something else. Oh, I can warn you. Good. Your family. And kind of looks to all of you and goes, actually, no. Shit. His eye's gonna look to Rolly and go, we can't stop it. We can't tell them to stop. But there's been a hit on your family. To the guild. We don't know if it's been taken out already.
Do you know which branch?
The
So I
Varsal
guess
branch.
this guild is going to die.
Rolly.
And then looks to you, Vera, and Savannah and goes, your friends. The ones above the Aurak branch are currently incarcerated.
For what?
The death of Merrill Templeman.
Oh no.
They had nothing to do with that. That's been Evergrey all the way.
Can you inform Leon right away about Mr. Barnwell's family?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
We cannot speak. Like, almost like he's like, he wished he could have worn it sooner.
Can I make some kind of check if I can either restore him or dispel this?
You can definitely try. In terms of check, I guess Arcana check?
Okay. I just don't know, like, what would be the best way to go about this. Like, is it something physical or something, I'm assuming magical. Okay, I'm gonna give... there's my Arcana. Okay, not bad. 17?
17? You start to go through your mind of different spells and arcane wards and attacks that can target one specific voice. Silence is a way,
No, not this long.
but not this long and not in this, not this capacity. You're unsure.
Hold on.
I mean, we're going to go see Igno anyways. Maybe we can pick his brain about this.
Yeah, I need to go home, like, now.
Trust me, Leon's our next stop to see what we can do.
No, like, now.
Well, I can't
Now.
teleport, and I don't think we have the carpet rolly, so we're gonna have to make a plan before we jump.
If there's some way you can warn, like, the Barnwells as soon as possible, that would be...
I can do that.
We will send a...
We'll have messages sent as soon as we can.
Inform Leon he can act as emulation. Mr. Barnwell, or if you want, I can take you there personally.
Take me to my family, please. I need to defend them. And hopefully I don't have to kill many of you. But I will do what I must.
I don't know if it's splitting off is the smart move yet, Rolly. Just hold on.
I don't think you understood what he said, Savannah.
I understood
Said
what you said,
It
Rolly.
could already have happened.
No, what Savannah's just frustrated. I scream at you. I understand what he said, Rolly. Hold on.
Listen. This is the point where we're gonna have to choose maybe our own priorities. So, I agree with Rolly. He needs to check on his family because I don't feel like having any more death happen. I'm gonna try and fix this, Richard, and we're gonna talk to Leon. And that's gonna be the plan because then we also got 3 other people who might die because of us. And I'm not having that on my head. So, she'll go up to Richard if I can.
Yeah.
And then she'll cast Greater Restoration and see if it works.
You're spending the gold?
Yeah.
Okay. You place a palm onto Richard's chest. The sort of fine, defined chest of feathers and skin. And as you push further in, you see the little pit in his throat start to almost like wisp out in this ghostly white essence, and it's going off into the ether, and you could feel it trying to pull, and then slowly you start to see a small tether as it starts to, and you could feel it. So finally, the spell finishes. Finally. And he starts to speak.
She's got powerful magic on you.
Who is this? Not important.
Olivia Blake is the reason why we have Queen Evergrey. Olivia and Ollie Blake keep bringing her lovely self back and keep having these kinds of problems. But first, we need to go get the hit off of his family.
Understood.
Richard,
Yes,
can you do me a favor?
of course.
Can you please let me know who is responsible for this hit?
He reaches out a hand to you. And you sort of grasp forearms, and he goes, "You have my word. Whoever decided to attack a friend to Thogmor's is no member of ours. No longer."
Tell me who this person is. I don't need to know now.
They'll be incarcerated and jailed next to Mr. Kemp, and you'll be judge. And he quickly puts his coat over.
I suggest we run.
Good
we
luck.
run.
And he rushes towards the Varsal portal. Where do you guys go?
Send me on a message because we gotta keep going. Or do you spell spot, huh? With Tavera.
Well, I thought he was going to take care of the hit and that was going to take care of that, or is that not no thing?
One location though. Remember, there's 3.
I mean, they can send me to Owl Rack. I can send a message to anybody anywhere as long as a different plane. Hold on. Let me send a message to Rolly's. Is it your brother better or your dad?
His brother.
Send it to my brother.
Okay.
Okay.
To
A-Rod? Alright. I'm gonna ask, is everything okay? Have you noticed anything odd around the farm? Keep safe.
You want to send a warning or just sort of a
Keep
checkup?
safe. There's been a hit placed.
Okay.
I don't want to say by who. I don't want to rock the...
Okay. Immediately you hear, nothing's odd going on. Father's feeling a little better. He's having his good day. Cat is down further south, getting some good education done. There's a hit on us. Vera, you're scaring me.
I'll
Are we
send
gonna
another.
be okay?
I'll send another message just to burn it because I don't want to leave it like that.
Do you want to send them to the season bounty? Just get them out of there.
I don't know if traveling's gonna help. If Richard can call it off faster, it'd be easy. If they travel, if his dad travels with his brother, it's an easy hit. I hate to say that, but his dad's not in the condition to be traveling.
What city are we in again?
We're not in a city right now.
We're in a coda.
Well,
we were in a coda.
Currently you're in the Raven's Claw, which is the nexus underneath the desert. So you're kind of like underneath the desert right now.
I'll send him another message, but let's see how fast can Richard normally call this stuff off, Sav?
I mean, it depends if it's out or not. You got to think of it as a person taking a job. If someone put the job out there and they picked up the job, they might be out there already.
They need to. I don't think they can tell me who.
Increasingly uncomfortable, and if a solution's not reached soon to where he is comfortable, he's just gonna grab a horse and make way out.
Patience, Rolly. He says your dad's actually feeling better and that he hasn't noticed anything or anybody being weird or anything odd on the farm just yet, so I don't think anybody's there yet. Let's go see what Richard has to say. And then...
Richard's already left.
Oh.
Yeah.
He left to the Varsal. He's doing what he can to stop what he can.
The only thing I could think is we could try the Dakota location, ask Leon if anyone's taken that job.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Well, he said he was assigning them out why he couldn't talk, so let's go see.
So Leon?
Did you go to Leon?
Yeah.
Quickly enough, you guys are right. Your guys are at the Nexus, so you can quickly teleport back to Dakota as you currently see Leon go. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be all right. You're done. One sec.
Now.
Sorry. One moment. One moment. What's happening? What's going on?
We fixed one of their voices. Problem.
Good.
We got one Richard done. New problem. Did you give out a job to hit on the barn wheels?
I don't remember. Let me check my records. Immediately moves over to the bar, pulls up a large tome, and goes, let's turn this to the back, and sort of heads you to the back area, opens this large tome, cracks it open. You can hear the leather of it sort of open upwards. He starts to flip through the pages, and he's doing so, and he goes, as you already know, anyone can put out a job as long as they offer compensation, and it is recorded through here. I'm generally not always here, and he's saying this as he's flipping through the pages as quickly as he can.
I'm not blaming you. Point is, we need to find it.
Understood. I don't know if we... here we go. Okay, this was... Do you know when the... I'll work my way backwards. I don't know when this was placed. It's all chronologically. See here. Barnwell. Rolly, where are you from?
Lenton.
Okay. Location, Benton. And there, as you start to follow Richard's fingers, he stops at the way that everything is recorded. You see a small description of the job, compensation, who offered it, and the location of where the person needs to go. And you see him stop at Blenton, slide outwards, and you see threats to the Raven's Kiss, seemingly normal farm family. Look for Barnwell Farms. You see the compensation is 1,000 gold, and the hit is a person named Anne, but there is no last name. And Leon sort of goes, "Who the fuck is Anne?"
I don't think it... I think she's making her fucking rounds. First the Richards, then you. Me and Sav are probably next.
And he sees the date in which it was recorded, and he goes, "Do you want me to find out who this is?"
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll ask around to see who was here at this location, who put in a job. If anyone saw anything, I'll find it.
Careful.
He looks at you, Rolly, and goes, "Fuck. Do you want me to do that, or you want me to run to the Barnwells?"
Run to the Barnwells.
Fuck it. Close the
No,
book.
no.
And what can we do faster? We need to get the barn wheels out of there, though.
I have an agent in Iowell. It's only one city off from Blenton. It's only about a day of travel. I'll send a message to that person.
All
What's
right,
their name? Because they're not going to trust some random person. And I told them I would let them know.
His name's Trio Lodge.
Trio Watch?
Yes. He's good friend of mine. I trust him enough. But he's gonna send. If anything, he's gonna probably either protect or move them to another safe location. Do you have a safe
Rory,
location in
what was
mind?
the name of your mom's island with our cow
Anburn.
friend?
Amber.
Why don't we send them to Anburn?
Is there nowhere safer? I just don't want him to travel with your dad the way he is. That's the only thing. He could protect.
I mean, the only other place I could think of is to bring them to us, but do we want to do that?
Do you have any powerful friends in Revine, IOL?
Revine, kind of.
I mean, technically we do in Revine. You want to give us the Scorpions?
Yeah, they're not the best. They're
It's a thought.
they're a crime syndicate, and the leader don't. It's
Wait.
a lot.
You're dealing with the Scorpions?
It's complicated.
Not voluntarily.
Not voluntarily.
Are you friends with them?
We know one, but he wasn't a scorpion when we met him. He was just getting thrown out of a bar.
We can strike a deal with them. They don't know we exist.
We don't know we exist.
But
I
if
made
we-
sure of that.
If we make a deal with them, we can probably ask for a favor.
How's your dad gonna take being with the crime syndicate, Rolly?
Well, either that or we send some of their powerful foes or figures over to Blunton to act as guardians.
I think maybe guarding would be better. That way your dad doesn't have to move and they have some kind of protection.
Uncomfortable level rises.
You're not gonna be comfortable till you see for yourself, aren't you?
He looks at you, Rolly, and goes, up to you. I can send my figure from Iowa to Revine to send guardians over to Blenton, or I can send them directly to Blenton and try to hide them as best as he can.
What's the fastest way from Blenton? What's the fastest way to Blenton from here?
Fastest way from here, take the portal down to Varsal, and it's going to be a week's travel. Because you're going to be in
We should
Varsal.
get the guards down to them, and then we can get there as soon as we can. How do you feel about that, Rolly?
As long as they're protected, maybe Richard can get the hit off before then.
Wait, you fixed a Richard.
Yeah.
I fixed our Richard.
Okay. Well,
he went running when I told him to run.
Yeah.
they can fly, so that might speed up their their travel time.
Can I fix another one?
You realize how many rich birds there are?
No, I don't mean, no offense. I mean like the main ones at these
No, remember
points.
what Richard said. Only us. He's keeping it tight-lipped.
Alright. I feel like somehow that's going to do more.
Forget it. I'm sending an agent there right away. He grabs underneath the cabinet, pulls out a sending stone, and just starts to speak into it away from you guys.
Fine. Rolly, I'm so sorry, but this is the best we can do for right now.
And I'm gonna say this very loudly. If even a hair on his head is damaged, there will not be enough land in this continent for me to bury all of you. I'll just walk out.
Leon sort of watches him and goes, he's upset, I understand. I don't believe he means it. Hopefully not.
He means it.
He
But
means it.
he doesn't, he's not understanding. And I get that because I've been that angry. But whoever that hit is, if it's the Blakes, they just did it to trick you, to make you look like the fall guy.
Fuck.
So it's not your fault, and that's what I mean. But I mean, that's all he has.
It's fine. I'll start looking into whoever this Ann person is, do my own investigation.
Be careful. You think Belladonna is bad? They are worse.
Right. Right.
I'll send a message back to A-Rod to tell him who's coming so he doesn't punch somebody.
Do you
wait.
do you give him any specific like orders like to hide or anything?
Yeah, but I want to ask Leon what he looks like, so I'm not like, yeah, this dude, and like the other dude has Raven Kiss shit on him too. That's also has
Well,
the
I mean,
hit.
he's gonna be as discreet as possible because we're not gonna throw ourselves out there. But
At least what he
Yeah.
looks like.
He's he's a brightly green lizard folk man.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. But okay.
However, he's very
Cap's
well.
gonna love that.
He's very well at hiding himself. He has some arcane abilities to hide.
Cat's not there. He's in school. Okay. Well, tell your friend to make it very clear who he is, because his family hits first, ask questions later.
He looks to Rolly, who's currently already walking away and sort of exiting into the top bar, and he's like, I can imagine if it runs in the family.
Yeah, they all are that freaking big,
yeah.
so just...
Got it.
Because Rolly's already out.
All right. I'm going to send a message back to A-Rod and let him know.
Okay.
If you can, hide the best you can with your dad. There's somebody coming by the name of Trio Watch that's a lizard folk. He will protect you until we can get this situated or get there ourselves.
Okay. Actually, funny thing, your thing ends at situated.
Okay.
So,
well, good enough.
you hear a bit of you hear a bit of like a panic, like he was still talking into the wind, still unsure how the sending spell works, as he was like, did you not hear everything I said? What do I do? Okay, we'll hide, wait for this guy, and hide? Just tell us when. And the sending spell ends as you get a sense that he's doing what he can to hide him and his father.
Okay.
She's going to send one more message. She's not going to send it to Uthiel, though, because she feels like her dad would know better. She's going to send a message to her dad. She's gonna tell him. I think she mentioned the Blakes and the whole drama to him already, right?
Yeah, he kind of has a rough idea. Not the full details. You don't want to provide him that, but...
You're the best person for this. Evergrey's gone for now, but the Blakes are making a hit on basically all of us. You need to watch out for our family, and most likely Savannah's will be next. They're already trying to get to the Barnwells, Rolly's family.
You hear your father respond back. Understood. I unfortunately don't know where Savannah's family hails from. However, I do know where Mr. Barnwell's is. We've sent a group there before. This sounds like a rushed request. I will teleport to Blenton with some guards, and I will leave some here to protect our own family. Let me know when the danger is past. So right now, Cyrus, along with a group of hired, mercenaries from the Season's Bounty from Marigar, are on their way teleporting to Blenton. Richard himself is currently flying to Blenton, and a lizard folk friend of Leon is currently heading to Blenton as well.
I'm gonna burn another message because teleport happens instantly, and I don't want him to hit nobody. So.
It was the same. Like, you should probably tell Leon to tell Trilog that, hey, by the way, all this reinforcement's coming, because if one shows up and they see the other and they don't know about each other.
I was gonna say, you go tell Leon.
Pause. I'll say this much, is that I don't want you to use up too many of your spell slots. You're fine when it doesn't make sense, because one, more than likely, if Cyrus gets there first, Cyrus is going to tell, Arad's going to tell Cyrus, oh, by the way, there's another person coming.
Okay, yeah.
Who is friendly as well.
Well, they know the Season's Bounty
Leon's
already.
still in earshot.
Yeah, Leon is currently trying to deal with everyone, and he has the book open, and he's like,
hey,
yeah.
Has my sister been by? Please tell me she actually listened to me and disappeared.
She stopped by once and has disappeared. She told me just to tell me that she's going back home.
Trying to figure out how to handle it. I told them to up and pack because I already knew they were in danger. I have no idea where they are at this point.
I can send her a message. Let me go calm the big one real quick.
Are you sure you want to go through all your spells?
And I think Vera's gonna be like very crude, but like only because she's had to do it before. I'd rather send them a message, Savannah, than resurrect a body. And I don't want to be that crude, but I've had to do that too many times. And nobody deserves it.
Vera, you head upstairs to find Rolly.
Yeah.
Rolly, you are in a bar, the normal bar above the Raven's Kiss, and there's booze, there's the outside. What do you feel like doing right now?
Honestly, dropping everything and going to go try to protect my, my family. I won't feel 100% secure unless I'm doing it myself.
Okay. That's sort of going through Rolly's mind right now. What are you doing right now as you are currently racked with this impulse need?
Well, out of respect for the party, I'm basically just in the bar with a drink, seething, thinking how many of the Raven's Kiss my axe is going to have to chop up before the blade goes dull.
You've broken already 3 glasses of mugs right now, as you're currently gripping the mug too tightly as you hear cracks, smashes. One of the waiters is like, "Don't worry, hun, I'll get you another one." "Boy, you're a strong one," and sort of gets the drink and the mess out of the way and gives you another glass just to refill. As you break the 3rd one, she's like, "I'll get you a wood one." Metal, maybe?
Thank you.
Metal?
And metal will be good. And
Understood.
I'll slip in like a 10 gold extra.
You saw a bit of fear coming from her. She was like, "I don't want to go next to this one anymore." And as you slip 10 gold, she's like, "All right, I'll get you a metal one. Don't worry, I'll be right back." He's scary, but he pays well. Vera, you walk up and you see Rolly's arm just sort of caked in a little bit of ale. Shards of glass around that is currently being cleaned up, and Rolly just sort of steaming over a...
She just places a hand. She doesn't even tap. She just puts a hand on his shoulder. Rolly, I've been there. I think I know it better than anybody, how angry you feel. But truth be told, it's not their fault. She's doing what she can to anything we care about. And that doesn't make it right. But my dad's gonna teleport there with some guards. It's the fastest thing I could do to get anybody there. And I already warned him about Savannah's family and ours. And I know that doesn't fix everything. But it's not the LR's fault. And she looks around because she doesn't want to say Richard. Little Richard. She doesn't. So she's.
I think that actually makes Rolly laugh a little bit. Relieves a bit of the tension.
It's not. She took away their voice so they couldn't. So they couldn't do what they needed to do to keep everybody safe.
Considering we're not members, we've done a lot for them. You would think that maybe they wouldn't, bite the hand that feeds.
They're not biting the hand that feeds. If it's Olivia Blake, she took away
There's a ledger in that room that says otherwise.
Well, then we find the person that took down the note. If it wasn't Leon, then we need to find who that is. But we can't just be willingly killing people that have no fucking idea what's going on. That's not right either.
Whether they have an idea of what's happening or not doesn't matter to me, because at the end of the day, it's my family that's in danger. You were there, you know. You've been through this. I fought with you side by side. And if you had told me that I needed to execute every single person in the kingdom's military, I would have.
But I didn't.
And I'm not asking you to. But you have to understand this is the only thing I have left. And so help me God, I will walk through the 7 hells if I need to. And I don't care who or what I have to trample through?
As somebody that's done it before, take some time to actually think about it, Rolly. Anger clouds judgment. Try being forsaken by your god. I understand more than you think, but anger makes us make stupid decisions. I've done them myself. And I will do anything in my power to protect your family, but I won't let you kill innocent people.
Are they innocent though? Do they go there for a job with one purpose, which is to kill innocent people?
That person I can't talk about. I mean, when you say you're gonna just axe everybody that's involved, half of them don't even know what's going on right now.
All I'm gonna say is we need to act fast. I can't wait much longer.
My dad's probably already there. It's a teleportation. As long as he can get it up in like a few minutes and do the circle, he's probably already there. They know him already. They know him and his guards. We're doing what we can. I just ask you to think before you act.
Did you invite Arad to the wedding?
I think so. I think we brought everybody's family to the wedding.
Yeah. I think besides
I
Ezekiel.
think Savannah. I don't think the sister knew because we didn't know the sister yet.
Yeah, so I think Arad at least knows who Cyrus is.
Yeah. Well, that's that, and I'm saying like the season's bounty's been there before.
Yeah.
No, that I did remember.
Yeah.
And then she'll go back downstairs. Like, just go talk to Savannah.
Savannah, as Vera's left, and you're kind of just standing there, unsure how to proceed, Leon has taken you to the side, and is starting to go through the ledger with you and going, all right, anyone could put in a job, anyone.
Yeah, I get that, but who took this down?
It's a good question.
When was this taken down? Was it when you were gone?
He starts to go through the dates and he goes, it was put up and taken down by the time we were gone. So it had to happen like maybe a week ago. Maybe
so
a
who
little
was
more.
filling in for you?
Let's see. He for the DM, I have to figure out her name. It was a half orc woman. Let me go through my notes. Gotta find her name.
Have I encountered this half orc woman?
A few times. Her name is Victoria. She is kind of an older member of the Raven's Kiss. Sort of a gray hair that shows on her head, sort of binded into a braid. She's been with the membership for a while now, but she's usually off on jobs. She's not really a homebody, so I don't think she's ever met you guys yet. She's met you, Savannah, but not.
But she wouldn't know about the rolling. I've kept them separated, but isolated.
We've had to keep you guys your names kind of within a secure group because you're not technically all not members. You are.
I know that.
But
I know that.
We've done a pretty good job in keeping them out of the ledger.
Until now. All right. We need to find Victoria. I need to get an idea of who this Anne is. I have a sinking suspicion I might know, but I need confirmation.
Got it. At this point, Vera, you have walked downstairs, seeing Savannah and Leon huddling over a book.
I think her hair is not red because she's not angry, but it's probably blue.
Okay. Leon looks to you, Vera, as you walk in. I think we have a lead. I'm going to follow up on it.
My dad should be there. For the Barnwells, too.
Cyrus Kavad, leader of the Season's Bounty, yes?
Yeah.
Powerful business figure, that one.
I need to either find out where Sheba or Atlas is.
Well, I can only send a message if, like, I know them. If I send it to
Have
your...
you ever met Atlas?
I don't think so. I've only met your sister.
But you met his daughter. So I'm thinking maybe reaching out to her.
I think your sister would be the fastest, knowing that she already knows Zima and everybody. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop him, Savannah. He's pretty fucking pissed, rightfully so. And I tried to make a valid point, but when you're that angry, you don't always listen to valid points.
This is my fault.
That's not your fault. It's nobody's fault. They're doing what they can to break anything that will stop them, and they're doing a good job.
Yeah, but tell that to somebody who's... Yeah, I'll talk to him.
Give him some breathing room.
Leon's attention gets taken by one of the arguing members, and he goes, I'm going to take care of some business. I'll find out where Victoria is. Take care of what you got to take care of. I got this.
Okay.
All right? Don't worry. We'll get this secured. If you have one of the Richards flying over there, good job. If you have your father running there as well, that's even better. We have some backup coming.
You need to up security in all these branches, because if she can just walk in and do that, I can't... Nobody's going to be able to protect against it.
We are so secure that not even the Scorpions know about us. We'll do what we can to up everything else, but we're dealing with a figure with decades, centuries of experience against us with malicious intent. I'm not trying to sound ungrateful here and trying to take that at heart, Vera, but we are doing what we can. We work in the shadows as much as we can to not make ourselves well known. Okay?
What of the 3 that are incarcerated? Richard mentioned that. In Alrac. Is that the 3 I'm thinking of?
Who told you this?
Richard. He says
You talked to him recently. I didn't talk to him. I haven't left Dakota in a while. Who's incarcerated?
The 3 that run our bar, I think.
They run the circus troupe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the circus troupe.
Fuck.
They're being tried for the murder of a general. And I know they didn't do it.
The only general I know is the domain one.
Templeman is not of the domain. She's of the kingdom. And she was also one of the last hit on Lily's.
Fuck.
Yeah, you can see why we're all kind of mildly...
Now you
Alright.
understand why I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do here?
Take care of your friends. If they're incarcerated, there's a way to get them out. Maybe clear their names. We have everyone going after the Bond Wells. I'll search for Victoria. When you're done with that, we'll do what we can. There's also the whole problem with the kingdom right now, with the king being dead.
That too.
Oh, you know about it.
Yes, we know about that.
It hasn't made public yet, but we were able to have some spies find it out.
It's not public yet.
No. It happened like 2 days ago.
If you need somebody to talk to, the person that's heading the investigation, that's my husband. That's how I know.
Okay. There's a lot of pieces going into play here. If you think it is Evergrey, then she's definitely making a fucking muck.
I think we know it's her right before we really kindly chopped off her head.
That is probably catharsis. That felt good. It's good to know. Alright, you have your duties. Go save your Aurak friends. We've got people on the move to Blenton, and I'll find out about Victoria, and furthermore about this Anne character, alright?
Thank you.
He places both hands on both of you and goes, we're in shit right now, but we're gonna pull ourselves out of it, alright? Pass that sentiment to the big one, okay? And he turns away and goes, yes, I hear you! Starts to walk away.
You know, if you want, I could cast silence in there for like 10 minutes.
No, because then you're gonna silent me as well.
No.
That would be kind of funny though.
No, well, not him. I'd be like, you
You'd be
stand.
like, all right, everyone, shut.
I was like, I could have him stand
Manager just
back and
starts fucking flying.
center it over there. There, There's quiet for 10 minutes.
If you remove their voices, they're gonna use something else.
All right. Fine.
We've lost enough voices today. Let's just do the call, grab the big one, go deal with the circus folk. Savannah's on the verge of a breakdown right now.
I think Vera's thinking, but she's like trying not to do something stupid.
Who says you can't stress out level 14 players?
Well, she's like stressed out because like 5 different things are going on, and it's all like she has to worry about her real family, her current family, and her tribe family, and it's just like everything's falling apart, and all of it feels like it's her fault, and it.
Rolly, you're staying upstairs?
Yeah, I am staying up here until I hear updates.
Okay.
Sav, I think we let him be for now. Like, just give him an extra 5 minutes, because he wasn't really listening to me.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to say to him. I'm sorry that, my work decided to put a hit on your family because they didn't really know. You guys have to understand, we have to keep you guys isolated from the information. Not everybody knew.
I know. The problem...
If we get jobs, we go out. We do it for survival.
I think she just puts a hand on you and she's like, problem is, his family got threatened, and as much reason as you and I understand.
And mine didn't?
No, I'm not saying that.
I have a whole freaking room of Cancos who can't talk.
I know. When that happened to me, I did stupid things out of anger. And I'm sure that's what they're banking on. And that's how he feels. And I'm sure that's how you feel right now. But I think he needs time to cool off, because talking sense into him when he's this upset is not working.
Do we just leave him here then? Because I'm sorry, I can't sit like this much longer.
A few things happen. First and foremost, Vera, you get a sending spell from your father.
Okay.
Vera, darling, I've made it to Blenton right now with a squad. We have 4 people in tow, and we're heading towards the farm now.
Okay. I'm gonna go tell him my dad's there, that they should be there shortly.
So that's happening at the same time as this is happening. Rolly, a sending stone from Gina Lee comes by, and you hear, "Hey, like, you all right? I told you about like the king and like things and stuff, and you said you were coming back. You all right? Is everything okay?"
I'll respond back. Darling, I'm back. Got some terrible news. The life of my family is in danger. I'm going to fix it. We'll see you afterwards. Love.
You hear a pause. Oh, that's like so not cool.
Continually.
Okay, yeah, like take your time. Be safe.
Question for you.
Question for me? For God?
Yeah, for God. I have her name, but I can't think of... Who did I talk to that was high up in the domain that I told her about Evergrey?
Ruby Blair.
Yep.
the High Counselor.
Okay. She's gonna hug Savannah. She's gonna tell her that she's gonna tell Rolly that her dad's already there with the guards. And what the plan is, and see what his reaction is, and she'll come back down. Then she'll send a message to her sister.
What do you say to your sister?
Well,
Oh,
no,
to
to
Savannah's sister?
Savannah's
Yeah, what do you
sister.
say to Sheba?
What do you want me to tell her? Besides the obvious.
What do you want me to tell her? Oh shit, is this thing on?
No. I haven't cast the spell.
A part of me don't even want to know where they are because I think it'd be better that way. I just need to know that they're safe and they're together.
Her, your mom, and your brother?
Well, the tribe in general.
Okay.
The entire tribe should be together. So, but I told them they need to make sure that they just disappear.
Well, good thing she already knows about Evergrey, so this makes this easier. Just making sure you're safe. Evergrey is up to her usual shenanigans and targeting families. We just need to make sure you're okay.
You get a response back, Vera. Aye. Vera, it is nice to hear from you. We are safe. After the attack, I already felt it was best we moved, and also by Savannah's wishes. Trying to get the thing here. We've taken the underground path down to Arrowfield. And the monks there clerics and druids there have currently accepted us. I've seen your sister as well. She visits often.
Oh.
Took underground.
So yeah, and if Savannah, you're informed by that, you remember like a long lost memory from long ago that the south of Trand, where your current clan is located, there is a mountain that separates you to Arrowfield, and there is a long, 4-day walk underneath this almost hidden passageway that that your mother and Atlas forbade you to ever go by. And if informed this, you're like, okay, they went through this tunnel that we had.
Okay, I feel slightly better about that.
I think she moved them given the situation she already went through from the last time, which is smart.
Trying to think if we have any connections up there just to be on the safe side. The best I can do is just have someone sent out there as a guard.
I mean, there's already a lot of people up there in Arrowfield. There is Madame Thrawn. There was Clem, the really creepy looking Faunus. And currently there is Joy, the half-orc woman of the Wild Mother, whom currently is stationed as
the bitchy one.
Yeah, sort of the bitchy one. Armac is there as well, sort of the lizard folk cook, now made into sort of a higher arm. And then as well as Halzar Sandstone, the stonemason dwarven man, who is currently rebuilding a lot of the... So you have a lot of friends there.
I'm actually gonna burn one more message because I just realized who I should talk to.
Alright.
He's gonna be pissed, but that's okay.
Honestly, I'm somewhat relieved. Alright, that's one portion I can kind of breathe with. Go on.
She's gonna send a message to Uthiel.
To who?
Uthiel.
Uthiel, got it.
I don't know who, but your father... what are the other two? Luna?
Oh, Luna
'Cause he's met them.
And Ellie.
Luna and Allie are being tried for the death of the General Templeman. We need to get them out. I know they didn't do that.
You got 8 more words.
I'm in a coda. There's a lot going on.
Okay. Uthiel responds back. I don't think I'll make it in Alrak in time.
We'll be in Alrak in a week. You'll have to do it, so.
I can't leave my post right now. I'm currently still in the investigation of the king's death. But thank you for telling me. If you're there to support him, I'm sure everything will be fine. Vera, I believe in you. So does the Dawnfather.
No, the only reason I sent him a message is because of the rank he holds. I don't hold any rank in the kingdom. I just do their job, apparently.
I think we need to get back to Alrak.
No, that's where we're going. But let me go tell Rolly.
Okay.
How about I go tell Rolly?
All right. Just tell them that they're already there. They're on their way.
Savannah, you make your way up. Rolly currently sitting with an empty glass.
I'll be right back.
And at this point, Rolly, you're just slightly inebriated. Not enough where you would be considered drunk, but enough where your breath is a little bit heavier, and you're just sort of halfway. You're just sort of staring. Thoughts in your mind just start to speed up and slow down due to the inebriation, and you're at that moment where you're a little suggestible, but you're usually a free thinker in terms of like your mind likes to wander, think about different things, and perhaps forget a few things. You've got a goal. You got families to save. And at this point, Savannah, you walk to the top bar.
You had enough there, buddy?
No.
We gotta go.
Where are you going?
Why don't we walk and talk?
Where are we going?
Alrak?
Why? Why are we going there?
We have to be more immediate buildings to take care of. Look, Vera's dad's already there. We have Treelog on his way there. And we're trying to stop this as soon as possible. We have sent everybody that we can to get there faster than we can. If we go, it's going to take a week.
Rolly ponders for a moment. Decision is really weighing heavy on him right now. But I will say that the knowledge that Vera's dad is there is a little bit more reassuring.
Yeah. A few things go through your mind, Rolly, like the logistics of it. You know, you're definitely hurt by the idea of like your father is older in a sense where you can't really run or travel or anything. So the ideas of him moving would have been a lot more stressful in your mind because one, he'd be moving, and two, you're not sure if they would have got him mid-move, and you don't know where he would be. This is a little more comforting where you know that there'll be guardians there in the place where if you have to go, you know where he's at. You know? And I think also the logistics sort of go into your mind where you're like, if I get to Varsal, which is the closest teleportation that the Raven's Kiss allows, it'll take like a week to get there, maybe 5 days with a carpet, but generally you don't have that amount of time. And these thoughts start to, like, this is the first time Rolly has become like clear-headed enough where it's like, numbers matter. This goes to here. And you start to logistically, like a general in an army, start to piece things together, and you're like, yeah, we have to have friends there. And I think even the idea that you have friends starts to be a bit of a comfort. Like Vera's father, trusted members within the guild, Richard, who's currently handling it himself, taking a responsibility, fills your mind.
Wooly wants to say something, but given the gravity of the situation, I don't think there's really time. So he's just gonna hold what he has to say till later and say, let's go.
Large form Rolly stands up next to you, Savannah, looks down at you, and just sort of nods in agreement to leave.
I actually just stay quiet, turned around, thinking he's gonna follow me. I walk out.
Okay. Not too long, Vera, until you see your two friends come back downstairs. Bit of a somber glow, but everyone's ready.
How are you on spell slots, Vera?
Well, I can't teleport anybody. That's just one slot and that's done.
No. I want to send your dad a message.
Is it a very important message?
Yes.
Then she'll do it.
I want to tell her dad. What was his name again? Remind me, sorry.
Cyrus.
Cyrus, sir. When we met, I made your family a promise. No harm would come to her as long as I breathe. Hope you can, and it cuts off there.
Can he tell me that so I can like
Yeah.
cut it? Okay.
Well, I have to say it, right?
No, well, I have to send it. It's through my voice. It's not like a stone I have.
But I have to tell you what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Vera, you
So
go through the same thing, but
So
you know
I'm gonna shorten it and say Rolly says he made you a promise. He hopes you will do the same in regards to his family. And Vera doesn't like. She puts it like that.
Yeah. You probably extend it a little bit more to satisfy Rolly's recommendation or
Yeah.
request.
You will have a family friend for life.
Yeah, there you go.
You hear Cyrus through you, Vera. You hear him say, "Tell Mr. Barnwell
Just spin this up.
he protected my family countless times. You're included as a family member." And you can almost feel him like shake his head, like he shouldn't have to say that to Rolly, just as a reminder. And he continues on. The Barnwells are fully protected by the Gavad family.
And she relays that message. I guess he also says he shouldn't have to tell you that.
Your passive perception is like 19, right?
Yeah.
You can actually see a slight tear just well up.
I mean, Savannah and Rolly have made such an impact on the Gavads that these powerful elves, these Ladrins, they're so friendly to you guys. So it's gonna happen. But yeah, what else is there anything else you'd like to cover here within the Raven's Kiss, or would you like to make your way?
I think we need to get there, just figure out what is happening there before we can figure out what we're gonna do next.
Yeah.
Do we have time to like? Oh, wait, actually, we're not near any stores, are we?
We're still in the.
We're in the underground, dude.
Underground.
There's some shops
I mean,
in
what
Dakota.
do you need?
There's some shops in Dakota.
I'd say we should get some potions. We should really.
I say we get to Owlrock and then see what that's going on, and then if we have time, we'll get them on the way while we're there. Because I don't know if Dakota even has that much magical stuff. That's generally Varsal.
I mean, you could get potions here, but I think we need to get back.
All right, let's go.
Okay. You guys walk through the portal, the teleportation arch, going to the Nexus, seeing the Alrak portal there.
Vera's just thinking, crap, they incarcerated Mary's husband. She's just thinking
I'm just
about
saying,
it.
like, I heard you say that in my head. I'm just like, are we not going to check on Mary? Okay.
The second teleportation and you are standing in an empty Alrac HQ location, as you're currently on the basement of the Books and Brew. There is no Richard, there is no members here. It's oddly quiet.
Well, if no one's managing it, and I kind of scan the board just to make sure there's any postings on there. Are there any postings on the board?
Maybe a perception check.
That is going to be a 19.
You do see one notice taped to the opposite side of the bar as you walk through. It's almost like you'd have to be a person visiting to see this. So you sort of jump over and you see it off to the left. And it says temporarily closed until further notice.
Yeah, that's going to stay there.
I think I run upstairs just to see.
Use all three of you get into
the elevator.
The elevator, say the word. Do you teleport to the outside of, like, almost like walking out of the tower, or do you teleport on the first floor?
I think
I say first floor.
Yeah.
You teleport on the inside of the first floor as you walk through. You see the Books and Brew, pristine, candles snuffed out, quiet. Looks like it has been manned for a while. However, you do see waiting. A few of them sat down. Some of them just sort of leaning against the bar, talking to themselves, are domain guards. And one figure, a human, you see that sort of like strict pulled back gray hair that almost like goes into a long, like draped down his shoulders, wearing what looks to be hide, almost like enchanted hide armor with each guard here has a necklace with a globe, like an orb that is currently spinning in midair, just sort of rotating slowly. Numerous arms on his like weaponry at his side as he currently holds a spear. He looks at you all and goes, "Greetings. I'm Sergeant Cass. I'm assuming Miss Kane or Mrs. Kane, Mr. Barnwell, and Cat?
Sure.
You are the owners of the Books and Brew, correct?
That's correct.
Correct.
I'm gonna need you to come with me.
What for?
We have some questions.
Can they be asked here?
We have a specific place for questions like in such of these situations. And you see about 3 guards come to each one of you and very roughly place their arms on you and start to shift you around and start to put you almost like you are being detained right now. No harm will follow.
Are we talking to Ruby?
No, you'll be talking to me.
I'll have a talk with her later then.
I can't hear you.
She says I'll have a talk with her later then.
If you can find an audience with Miss Blake, with Ruby Blair, then that's on your own prerogative. Till then, you'll have to deal with me. Come now. They all grab you. You see some of them start to like put your arms behind, and you feel manacles slap onto your wrist.
Great. Just peachy.
You are pushed out into the elevator as it teleports you outside, where there are several other guards waiting with spears as they witness now the almost like this procession of people, you guys included, being led into the castle. And that's where we're going to take a break. We're going to take a 10-minute break.
Locked up.
All right, everyone. We're going to take a quick 10. Go get your water and everything.
Hey.
And we're back. No, we're all having a wonderful time, everyone. So many good things are happening.
Hashtag bless.
Let's go and recap the things that are happening right now. First of all, let's start in order. What seemed to be Olivia or some figure, a womanly figure, stole all of Richard's voice. All of them. Giving them, essentially taking away their ability to speak and give orders for a few days, which has caused the entire Raven's Kiss to go a bit haywire, while Richard and a couple other trusted members are doing what they can to pick up the pieces and trying to create order in a very cutthroat guild. At the same time, speaking of cutthroat, a job is in place to kill the Barnwells, in which the party reacted very quickly, in which Vera was sending messages out to everyone to send out backup and cover for both Ezekiel as well as Arad Barnwell, Rolly's family. And through the use of Raised Telepathic Bond, which, by the way, fucking helped you immensely, you learned that not only did that happen, but also your family at the Books and Brew have been arrested for the murder of Merrill Templeman, the general of the domain. You guys taking care of a few things, let some steam out, arrived back at the Books and Brew, in which you were promptly arrested, asked to be questioned by General Cass. You currently are being thrusted ahead towards Alrat Castle, once again through the numerous bubbled, like domed arcane gardens, as the snow upon the ground covers the entire space of Alrak. It's a cold winter day as you're pushed ahead. It doesn't take too long where you do see off in the corner, currently arguing with a couple of guards, you see Igno and Roman, who haven't caught eyes of you guys just yet. You just hear them yelling at another high-ranking guard of going... You actually hear Roman, who's a little more expressive, going, "What do you think you're doing? That's not at all how these people would react." And you hear the other one go, "Sorry. Standard protocol, we need to bring them in before we can do an investigation. We need to ensure that the ones we assume are..." And he goes, "You don't assume shit." You hear Igno go, "It's fine, it's fine. Not a hair.
I like him.
Not a hair. Falls upon these fine folks. They are people of the domain." And you can hear him sort of arguing off in the corner as you guys are led in. You are pushed away from these two as they're currently arguing, uneven sure that you've arrived. You start to head down a downstairs, like you almost curve around the entire castle, where there is a couple of guards guarding what looks to be a trench with stairs as it heads further deep into the underground of the castle. Before you even get to the bottom floor, at one of the alcoves, you do see a sort of somber, head down, waiting Raimi. As she looks up and sees you all, and she goes, like, "Stop." General Krass goes, "Raimi? Just don't fucking talk to me." Looks to you three. "How much more trouble then can you three get into?"
She's telling us, or he's telling us?
She's telling you this.
Nice to see you too.
Happy you guys are safe. And sort of looks at General Cass. "Take a step. I would like some privacy with these three." "Fine. You have a minute." Sort of walks down the stairs.
He's fucking pleasant.
Yeah, he's the best.
What the literal hell?
I don't have a lot of time, but I'll say you this much. The Stumpman was found killed outside the Books and Brew. There's a bunch of evidence, there's a bunch of witnesses, or at least there's one witness. But I'll say this much, is what you're going to expect right now. They're going to separate you all. They're going to question you all. Be careful what you say, alright?
That's nice, because we know nothing.
Just don't paint your friends in a bad light.
It's not us, and it's not them. We have an
fine.
idea.
You guys will be fine.
So this isn't a I can slip out these shackles type of moment. This is I need to sit still and talk moment.
Unless you want to make us look worse.
I'm just saying.
This is one of those you better watch what you say moments.
General Cass comes back up. Alright, that's enough. Fuck you, that wasn't even 60 seconds. I don't give a shit. Come on. Brings you downstairs. He brings you to what looks to be a cold stone like a hallway with numerous bars and cages that are not like fully like top to bottom bars. It's more like a metal door with bars, barred window. He pushes you past numerous of these until finally he leads you to what looks to be a solid stone door and a wooden one. And there's a couple of rows of these. One of the guards that's grabbing you, Vera, goes into one of the stone doors. Rolly to the one in the front, and Savannah one to the right. You are left alone, each of you, as this is what you all see. It's pretty identical. It is a metallic table in the center. The guards sit you down, Vera. They undo your shackles. And the guard goes, "Do you have any implements of war, damaging, spellcasting, or otherwise?"
Implements of war. And she takes off her mace and her sword and her shield and she drops them.
On the table, please.
Pushes them forward.
He raises a hand and what looks to be like an arcane disc, lifts them up and puts them off to the corner. They'll be returned to you after questioning. He points to one of the mirrored walls and he goes, "We are watching. I recommend not doing anything aggressive." Takes off the necklace he has, throws it up into the corner. "General Cass will be seeing you shortly." And Rolly, the same thing happens to you. "Any implements of war, weaponry, battle, danger, arcane, or otherwise?"
Take out my axe, put it on the table. My boots. Oh, my boots. My precious boots.
I think you can keep your shoes.
I'm like, why are you keeping?
But that could
They
be
said
He's looking-
arcade.
He's looking at
No.
you like,
They're
"You're taking off your
shoes."
boots?" And he's like, "All right."
Did you not say arcane? Can I keep them on then?
No, not anymore. I think they're... No. They're like, almost like you took them off for a
Well,
reason.
yes or no? Make up your mind.
No. Anything else?
Then don't complain. And I put my shield. And then do I have anything else? Implements of war. That's it.
Savannah. Miss Cat, do you have anything that can do bodily harm, arcane or otherwise?
I just toss my short sword on the table. I'm like, sorry, can't take these off. Claws.
Are you sure you don't have anything else on you? Do you have a dagger stowed away?
I kicked out my boot, take out the dagger, toss it there.
I thought so. Pulls out the necklace. First and foremost, you are kept in there for an hour. It is quiet, and roll me an insight, all of you.
Oh,
That's lovely.
21.
It's gonna be 18.
18.
Insight you said, or?
Insight.
Oh yeah, that's lovely. That's a 4.
4. Rolly, you're like, what's taking them so long? And you're getting a little angry,
You're like,
a little
"I'm
agitated.
hungry.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Veer and
And a
Savannah,
lot hungry.
you know what's going on.
Like,
They're-
in my mind, I'm like, this is not my first interrogation. I'm over this.
They're testing. They're definitely doing this to annoy you.
Vera's just blowing into her hair and she's just making it change colors and adding braids into it because she's fucking bored. And then she was like having fun watching, and so she's just like, she's like, "I'm not taking out my hair. That's innate."
I can imagine Savannah. Have you seen those movies where they're trying to interrogate the guy and the guy's just like leaning on table, look at the mirror, give him the look, like.
Savannah, the door opens. Large metal door as it closes as Sergeant Cass walks in, grabs the chair, and sits down. Cat, is it?
Yes.
Do you know Miss Luna of the Books and
Yes.
Brew? Good.
Sweet girl.
Sweet girl. Yeah. One of the quiet ones, yes?
Like, have her read your cards. That came out of my mouth wrong.
You want to try it again?
You should have her read your cards. Sweet girl, though.
Oh, yes. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. She's one of the bar chefs, correct?
Is she?
She's not a chef.
She cooks food, doesn't she?
I mean, everybody in the bar kind of does a lot of different jobs, so sure.
Good. She makes a good meal. I'm sure you've had. She's an employee of yours.
That doesn't sound right. I mean, I'm pretty sure Luna has cooked me a plate.
Good. She knows way around the kitchen. That's good to know. And to your point, she has a special talent, doesn't she?
She reads tarot cards.
Yeah. Telling the future. Very, very handy.
I mean, it's a I mean, if you believe into that, sure. Just still looking at this guy like, what the heck is this guy's problem?
Do you study the Arcane, Miss Cat?
I mean, I dabbled here and there. Who hasn't?
Oh. Those individuals who have a grasp on reality and future telling and divination definitely can be useful. I'm sure they can. You know, telling where someone's going to be, knowing what they're going to do, and having some sort of foresight on what's going to happen. Great person to have by your side, I'm sure. Would you agree?
Sure.
Someone to give you a warning, someone to give you notice.
Yeah. Nice girl that we have to do tarot card readings in there, but okay, sure. If she can see stuff in the future that can help our business, that's money.
That's all my questions, thank you. Stands up. Turns away, closes the door. And Savannah, you're left there for another hour. Rolly, 2 hours have gone by.
Oh no.
And finally the door opens. General Cass walks in. Mr. Barnwell, hopefully you've had some time to cool.
I say nothing.
From our reports, it doesn't seem like you're the quiet type, so I'm assuming you're giving me the cold shoulder. He sits down. Ellie. Do you know Miss Ellie?
How do you define no?
Well, I'm certain that you know her. I'm just making sure that you understand the way we do things here. She's
What
your...
exactly is no?
Great.
Can you define no for me?
If I were to point her out in a line, would you be able to find Miss Ellie?
I mean, if that's the logic you're using, then I know. Don't I know everyone?
Do you know the guard outside?
Have I seen him in my line of sight?
He's wearing armor. Do you know who he is? What's his name?
Do I?
I'm asking you the questions
me.
here. I'm asking you the questions, Barnwell.
Sorry. Meta. This is hilarious. I've always wanted to do this.
Yeah. Back to my original question. Do you know Ellie?
Again, define no. Do you mean that? Do I know
However
her
you-
personally? Do I know her? Intimately? What? Define no.
Oh, not intimately. Essentially, is she one of your friends?
Eventually.
Is she one of your friends, Mr. Barnwell? How about this?
Yes.
Why don't I put this in a little more clear tense for you? Would you care if we killed her?
That depends. Do you value your life?
Oh, so sacrificing my life is enough for us to kill her. Good to know.
Well, you and anyone else involved.
So I'm assuming that's a yes.
Is it?
It is. At least to me. She goes by a few other names. Madam's Ellie. The Madam Ellie of Madam's Ellie's traveling band of magic and wonder. That's a wonderful title that she gave herself. Impressive, really, that she, ran a full carnival. Must
If you
have
could stop with your blabbering and get to the point, I'd appreciate that very much. Probably wouldn't be as hostile.
We'll talk to you in another hour, Mr. Barnwell. And he gets up and leaves.
No. By the way, she's just a little girl. Please don't get to know her in your way. Sensually. Please don't. Pretty sure that's a crime somewhere.
Do you have breakfast, Mr. Barnwell?
No.
Good to know.
Are you offering?
Closes the door.
Vera's just meditating at this point.
Vera's 3 hours have gone by.
Uh-huh.
And the door opens.
She took a fucking short rest.
General Cass walks in. Sits down.
I open an eye. Was I camping out in here, or what was going on?
He's asking some questions. We've have plenty of people to talk to.
Yeah, you have 2 of us. Anyway.
That you know. Moscow. Father-in-law, correct?
Correct.
Also an employee of the Books and Brew. Bartender, correct?
Yep.
Why bartender?
That's a question you gotta ask him, not me.
Well, I mean, certainly you appointed him as bartender, or at least agreed to his station there. Was there a reason why?
Because he was already doing it somewhere else. He had job experience.
Oh. Had some experience being a bartender. Good to know. Good mixologist, I'm assuming?
Haven't gotten any complaints.
That you know of. I've also heard that he's a good alchemist. Is that
Used to
correct?
be. Doesn't really do that anymore.
He doesn't. He looks up at the floating disc where you see the mixer floating.
I said anymore. I didn't say when I got that.
Certainly keep it with you. How good of an alchemist would you say he is?
Decent, but I mean, again, he hasn't really done that. Doesn't really like school that much anymore. It's not his deal.
Good to know. You at least have confidence in his skills, though, correct? If he wanted to heal a man with an elixir, he can probably do so.
Mildly, probably, yeah.
Good. That's a good skill to have. Now, pardon the pun, but a bit of a hot-blooded man.
What did he just say? I didn't hear you.
Hot-blooded man.
I said, pardon the pun, but he's a bit of a hot-blooded man, correct?
You mean like genetically or literally? Because he doesn't have a temper. But yes, he does have flaming hair because he's a freaking genasi.
He knows his worth, I'm sure. Confident in himself.
I'd like to think most people do. And if you don't, that's sad.
I think I agree with that. Is he a stranger to conflict?
I don't think anybody's a stranger to conflict. You could have a conflict of deciding what to eat in the morning.
I believe battle is more or less what I'm aiming here for, Miss...
He tries to avoid it best he can, I think.
But he's no stranger to it.
I don't really know if he's been in battle. I've had to save his ass a couple of times, so I don't know if I would say he's a stranger to battle. I think he tries to mind his own P's and Q's.
Has he... You yourself are definitely a well-known adventurer at this point, Miss Gavad. Has he accompanied you at any point?
Probably once or twice, but he's not exactly a, I'm gonna put him up and stand in front.
But I'm sure those alchemist skills can be put to use in such a situation.
Yes, he generally helps people, not hurts them.
Good. Hell, to be honest, the way he holds himself, he could have probably been an adventurer in another life. He has some good uses and good skills and abilities. Would you agree?
I would agree, but I think you're painting a picture that he's something he's not.
Well, I think what we wanted to establish is that he had the capability. Thank you. Stands up. Leaves. Rolly, the door opens again after another hour, 4 hours in here. And as he walks in, you see General Cass currently... you see that he holds a bowl, like a finished bowl, over to one of the guards and sits down. You see him... Excuse me. And you can smell a bit of the food off his breath.
Yeah.
And your stomach starts to growl. Sorry. Decided to take a lunch break. You're not hungry though, right? No, of course not. Back to our questions. Madam
Well,
Ellie.
I'm not really hungry, but would love it if you could have a breath mint or something.
I'll definitely keep that in mind. Thank you for the suggestion, Mr. Bonwell.
Enjoy.
Now, Madam Ellie herself, I believe she has a good business mind. Would you agree?
Sure.
Good. I want to at least ensure that you have good confidence in your employees, especially one that runs the books. I'm sure someone has to have a good business mind to run an entire business like that. Madam Ellie's not really a passive woman, would you say? Someone who is very meek and tender and doesn't take the steps needed to run a good business, would you say?
How old is she? Sorry.
Madam Ellie? She's like in her late 40s.
I would say, not everyone's born to, run things. Not everyone's born to lead. Clearly, you in your position would know that. I mean, I assume if you're competent in any way.
Now, how does that fare for your friend? Would you agree that she's a business person?
Comes in, she does what she needs to do.
Good to know. And I think that's perfect for my next question. She does what is needed to do. Not very much of a passive person. I'm sure she's the person who will find useful ways to keep the business afloat. I think that's what I can assume from her. She takes action, correct? Have you ever experienced a moment where she saw a great business opportunity and took action?
No, because she also knows that she has people, partners that she has to respond to.
He
You are implying that she is impulsive. No, not at all.
He reaches down into a bag and pulls out what looks to be a Books and Brew sign. Now, I was told that this was her idea. Do you agree?
Indeed. Did she execute it on her own accord? Of course not. There's a difference between business savvy and business impulsive.
Oh, I'm not
Surely
arguing.
you in charge of so many people would know the difference.
I'm not arguing that she's impulsive. I'm trying to establish that she definitely is a woman of sound mind, actions, and a business savvy wit. And it seems that what I've got here. Thank you, Mr. Bonwell. Stands up. In a moment, my guards will be able to take you back outside. You're free. We'll call you again when the trial happens. Oh, just one more thing. Would you like to see them? You got a little quiet there.
Did you not just say that this was over? That I could leave?
I'm extending the offer to you.
And why would you extend me that offer? If you're claiming that they are these evil people that you're painting them out to be, why would you extend me that offer?
I have not informed anything about the morality of these individuals. Why did you paint them as evil?
Why did you paint them as evil?
I have
Why
not
would you-
informed anything about
Why
the
would
morality.
you ask such leading questions?
I'm
It's
simply
almost
trying to
like
get
this
my
feels-
job done.
It's almost like this feels like a sham.
You may have your personal opinions about how we run things, but regardless, you've definitely proven to be very interested and interesting. I'll definitely ask your friends, see if maybe they want to see their friends, but you're free to leave this room. My guards will come for you in a moment. He leaves the door. Eventually, Savannah, After waiting for a few hours, General Cass comes in. Well, Cat, we'll have a guard come here to escort you out of this room, and I though wish to offer you a option. Would you like to see your friends?
The two I came in with? Yes.
Understood. Goes to you, Vera. Asks you the same question.
I'd like to see all three of them.
Eventually, after waiting for about 10 minutes, 3 guards enter simultaneously into each of your rooms. They do not give you back your implements, but it does float down in front. And they look to you each and go, "These will be returned to you when you leave. Until then, while you're on this property, they'll be kept away." As you leave, you then you see each other, first of all. One of the guards goes, excuse me, I have a notice from General Cass that Miss Kane, would you like to see your friends, or we can move on?
No, I'll go.
Hear you.
I said no, I'll go. I'll go with him to see them.
Understood. Please, can we have the party follow? I want to make sure that everyone's together. As you start to walking towards that corner, you do see a barred cell, and you hear from down the hallway a figure stands as General Cass looks to you all. And this is what you see in the barred cell, is that you do see a very scared Luna, who once again is captured and is just having the hardest time of her life. Ellie, who's currently consoling her, talking to her, whispering her, going, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. And Moscow, who looks to you and goes, hopefully I still look good down here.
You tend to light up any place, I think.
That's good to know. And immediately you hear from across the hallway, well, you are free to leave that room, but not the cell. And you are pushed into the adjacent cell, and the door locks. Until the trial. And you are in a closed cell next to the employees of the Books and Brew.
Great. So, why did you take that offer and not see that was a trap? I look at Vera.
Because if it was one of you, I would have done it anyway.
Yeah, but you don't just offer that willingly. I kind of go to see if I can go near Luna and be like, it's okay.
Luna kind of stands up and goes to you, Savannah, like from where the bar is, and she just like reaches out and grabs your arms and goes, I don't like this.
I know.
Ellie kind of like lays her head on the bed, like the one few beds that are here, and she's like, I fucking hate government so much.
So she died in front of our bar?
I didn't see a body. You see Ellie sort of like upset. All right. Moscow sort of heads out to you guys against the bar. We don't know. We woke up in the morning, came downstairs, and they were waiting for us.
I don't think we should talk more about it, because if they throw us in here, they probably expect us to say more, and who knows what they'll hear.
Yeah, they're most likely listening in. Best to just keep quiet.
What kind of lock is it?
Kind of lock. So let's go and describe a little bit of the scene. I gave a little brief description, but this is sort of more detailed. You are in what looks to be like a 15 by 15 foot cell right next to theirs. There is a stone wall, and there are 2 barred walls to the left and the right. To the left of you is the Books and Brew crew, and in front of you there's the heavy metal bars with a metallic lock at the end. As you look at this, you're currently like looking. So if you look out the barred walls, you see a stone slab wall that continues off into a hallway. There are numerous little like torches that are ever lighting that continue off both on left and the right side of the hallway. And it looks like only you two, your crew and the Books and Brew crew are the only ones here. There is roll me perception check. 15?
17.
You look around and there is hay on the floor, and he starts to kick a little bit. There's nothing like a secret trapdoor, unfortunately. There is that same spinning globe that's off in the corner, across the way. So essentially, you see the barred wall in front of you with the lock, and against one of the walls is a spinning globe.
So Cameron, I'm assuming it's like the thing I found from Evergrey where they can see us.
Roll me an Arcana check.
That is going to be a 15.
15. It doesn't look like the same implement.
Okay.
So it may not be a camera, in a sense. But you want to...
I would say, do I make out enough that if I maged hand to pick the lock, they can see it?
With a 15, you don't know. You'd have to try.
Alright, I'm pondering ideas.
So I see, do I see, like, Sav doing what I think she's doing?
You see Sav doing rogue shit. She's like kicking the ground. She tests out the bars to see if there's any loose ones. She looks up at the spinning globe and she's sort of like, you've seen Sav's mind like start to go through numerous situations, and you see her like working things out. And she's like looking at that. She's muttering to herself. She's looking at the lock. By the way, Sven, if you want to take a look at the lock, make me an investigation check. But that's what you see, Rolly.
I'm just gonna say out, Savannah, sit down.
I'm gonna cast Lucky and reroll that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's better. 19.
19. It looks like a very modern 3-tier lock that does require like 3 and basically you could try it with a claw, but it does require 3 successful checks to unlock it.
Alright. I just happened to hear Rolly. I'm like, what?
Sit down.
Why?
Don't make it worse.
How is this worse? We can't do anything in here.
And
We
if
don't
you
know what
escape, It's gonna
happened.
make you look even more guilty if they didn't paint us like that already.
Oh, God. Fine, I just let Bradley sit on the ground.
Now, I want all of you. Oh wait, unless I was gonna move the scene over. But do you guys do anything else while you're currently in the?
Yep.
What do you do?
Send a message to Ruby fucking Blair.
Okay.
Move to do yet. I think we might want to try our chances with Roman and Ignu first.
First of all,
Ignu first.
Vera. I know you used a lot of spells recently. What level of spell is this?
It's gonna have to be a 4th.
4th. You cast the spell slot, and
Does
you
it
see
go
that
off?
you see that little orb. It as you release the spell, it gets sucked into the orb.
That was
Great.
a good test, at least.
I mean, I still have my sending stone. We could have just tested that out instead.
I mean, the most we can do is call Gina Lee then, right?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have expended a spell slot.
It's fine. I'll be rested by the morning, so it won't matter.
At least
That's
now we know don't cast spells, because half my plan involved a spell. So
Roll me an Arcana check, Savannah.
that is going to be 16.
16. As you watch the spell release from Vera's hand, and as it sort of almost becomes not translucent, but a little bit opaque, where it releases outwards, and it immediately is going off into the ether and just is captured and caught, and then just quickly goes into the orb. You see the orb start to spin a bit faster. and you get a sense that the orb can only spin so fast. There is a limit on what spell slots this thing can capture.
I just go, huh, and I kind of like,
What?
you think we could burn it out?
Could try. I
What's
mean,
your biggest spell?
Oh man, I gotta burn a 7th level to send a message?
Well, the most I can do be a 3rd, so...
Well, I sent a 4th. I could technically send another 4th and see what that does if it bursts it.
Yeah, it's currently spinning really quickly right now.
I'll spend the last 4th level to see what it does.
All right, you spend the spell size. It escapes. Once again, the thing captures it and it starts to go. And you can see a little bit of smoke starts to pour out of it.
Alright. I wonder if I throw something out, what it would do. I'm gonna attempt to cast invisibility.
Second level spell.
Uh-huh.
You release it, and it's already spinning like... So essentially, it's captured about 8th levels of spells. You release a second level, and it releases off of this arcane hinge, and it drops.
Oh, can I try to mage catch it before it drops?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna try to catch it.
Because it's no longer within its access, it can't absorb your mage hand. As you... It catches.
Alright, bring it in.
Alright, now can I send her a message? It's got to be on a 5th level.
Do we know what time of day it is?
You left...
Or at least what time we started, because we were in here for like 4 hours.
Yeah, it's like nighttime at this point.
I'm waking her
Yeah,
up.
go for it.
And Savannah, roll me an investigation check on the orb.
Be good, be good, be good. 18.
You look at the orb, and you can actually see this black stone, this like orb of this globe, and you can see little bits of light circling within it, and you can see this little green light swirling around, another through green light, and then a blue one, just trying to get the thing to spin, but it can't because it's off its axis. With your investigation check, you get a sense like it's the captured spells that are there.
I wonder if that's gonna be useful later.
Well, let's try not to blow anything up to make ourselves look worse.
No. When I get to space, I'm gonna break it and see what happens.
Alright, we'll break it up, Miss Ruby.
Okay.
I gotta choose my words carefully. They have us down here along with civilians for the murder of your general. You know that wasn't us. That was very much Evergrey. And if you need to see me in person to prove it or cast whatever spell, that's fine. But we need the hell out of here.
Okay, I think that's the end of your spell. You get an immediate response back. Actually, no. Depending on what's happening. It takes her a minute.
Okay.
Takes her a minute, and it's a long 30 seconds until finally she does respond back by saying, "Sorry, I was with the Queen. I believe you. I know you didn't do this. I know your friends didn't do this. If you're currently in detention, give me a moment. I'll work something out with the Queen. Stay put. Don't try anything stupid."
Julie?
Well, good and bad news. She said, don't try anything stupid. She's gonna try and get the Queen to get us out, that she believes us. I think that may qualify as something stupid, but I don't know if we can fix it.
I mean, let's hope they don't look up. If it didn't alert them yet, which nothing's happened yet,
I mean, if
no.
I volunteered to tell the truth. If she asked me to tell the truth, I'd be like, that's the only way I could send you a message. I'm not lying.
That's going to be the biggest question they have. How did we send the message?
Well, I told him not to give me sass. He gave me sass, and I told him I was going to talk to Ruby Blair. It was not a lie.
Moscow sees you casting all these spells and goes, "Oh, can we?"
No. I talked to
My
Ruby.
mic is about to fall.
Uh-oh.
Continue. I'll put myself on mute for a second.
I'll wait, because
Is
it's
it
technically
a
to
Furby
you.
or something fell?
No, he had a clamp to the table. He needs to fix it.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Vera, go continue.
Oh, I was just gonna say, don't cast anything else. She said just don't do anything stupid and we'll be fine. She's gonna try and talk to the queen, because she's talking to her now.
Why would she be talking to the queen?
Because, I don't know, their king is fucking dead.
Oh, Lord.
And now their general is dead? Gee, I wonder who did that one.
I'm like, let's drop that until we're out.
She would be the one to know.
Then why are we here? Somebody must have said either
Somebody's
happened.
acting stupid, just like somebody was acting stupid when they put a hit on Broly's family. And all this being that Olivia just magically poofed and did a bunch of shit, I wouldn't put it past it that it's the damn twins. They moved quick.
Okay, back. Sorry. Well, I heard it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you say, don't cast spells. Moscow's already doing it with Produce Flame, and he stops, and he's like, come on now.
Listen,
All
you.
the time right now.
A little bit of fire, some warmth. Wouldn't be bad.
Until otherwise, put it away. I don't know. Use your hair to keep warm.
It's actually not hot.
It doesn't work that. It's fine.
Otherwise, he'd set a lot of things on fire.
I can't sleep. It would be impossible to sleep on a pillow.
Bad.
I don't. You know what? It's been a long day. I don't need this.
It's been a long, long
Oh, come
day.
on, Savannah. You missed me. I think you're lying, but I'll let you have your space.
You're lucky he's your father-in-law.
I'm lucky I'm cute.
Sometimes.
It's been a long day, Moscow.
I know.
I'm sure it's been a long few days for you.
Yeah, I'm missing Mary.
Does she know you're down here?
No.
Wait, she doesn't know where you are?
They arrested us in the morning.
Oh,
So you're telling me your wife is out there freaking out and have no clue?
Yes, I haven't had a chance to do anything.
Back with you, I didn't say anything to you, Vera.
I mean, they're not like us. They can't cast spells.
I see that. I see it in your face. Hold it.
No, I know. I'm gonna hold it to the morning. For now.
Well, if you're gonna have a meeting with Queen Turner, that's pretty awesome.
Only we're having a meeting with Queen Turner's because we had to go on trial, and all these people know us. And we gave them a warning, but obviously it wasn't heeded as well. If people are dead and at high positions.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Luna.
Luna's just sort of next to the bar. Like, I think Rolly, you've been sort of sitting next to the bar, and Luna is just pressed against your shoulder through the bar and just like trying to calm down.
You're
I'll
not by
try my
your...
best to calm her down. Try.
We'll get out of here.
Why does this keep happening?
You just see the sadness hit Savannah's face like so hard from that statement.
That's why I didn't want to leave them down here.
Do you guys wait?
I'll wait.
About 2 hours passed, and you can hear footsteps coming down the corridor. As multiple footsteps, as you hear what sounds to be high heels, and then numerous metallic feet walking down. You sort of look through the bars, looking downwards, and you see Ruby Blair being tailed by two domain guards as she stops right at your cell, points at it and goes, "Unlock it." One of the guards puts a key in, unlocks it.
Can we also get our stuff back once we leave?
She grabs you, Vera, pulls you in close and goes, later, let's not push it.
I was just asking.
I understand. Don't worry, it's entertainment. All right, follow me, please.
Never
Are
been
they
so...
letting them out too?
Fortunately, not yet. They're currently key witnesses and key suspects. We have confirmation that you three were not anywhere within the domain during the time of incident, so henceforth you guys are not suspects. You were key witnesses. Or at least key witnesses. Essentially, you can speak to their character and their abilities and any possible motives. But that's not important. Come on.
I think I'll just look at them and be like, we'll get you
Yes.
out. Don't worry.
You are led upwards. You start going through a maze of corridors, of stone corridors, until finally you are led upwards. A staircase heading around towards the grand hall and back upstairs, where you do see double doors that slowly open, and a long hallway to a throne room showcases right in front of you, where you do see a very well-dressed red tiefling woman. You see that she is currently talking to numerous people. She has horns that look like they've been cut and snapped from the base and have been replaced with looks like to be like stained glass that are numerous different colors of her horns that curl backwards, numerous earrings on her ears, and she has these bright yellow eyes. She is currently wearing not like a standard like princess queen dress, but she is almost wearing like a tight suit type of thing, with what looks to be a crown that almost just sits off to the side. As she sees you walk in, she goes, "Oh goodness, it is, from my understanding, the three griffins. Your reputation precedes you. Come. I'm sorry for this whole mess. You may speak if you wish."
I think I just bow. Out of respect.
Thank you.
Rolly is gonna go on autopilot and follow Vera's actions, because he knows that anything he does or say will be probably stupid and not really a good idea.
Was she there at the trial, or she just got told about the what happened in the trial?
She wasn't there. Merle Tumman was there.
But was she informed of what was said in the trial?
Does she know what happened at said trial?
You can probably assume so.
By tone, I'm like suspicious.
Because I was like, I know Ruby was there and Templeman was there.
Now, a few things of point here. First of all, I'd like to directly thank you for your help in Mirror Bite. Certainly a bad case of a djinn. And certainly happy to have our citizens back in Mirror Bite back and safe. You three were key to that, so thank you. To the topic at hand. From our records, we found several key pieces of evidence, as well as an eyewitness attesting to 3 individuals who slayed Miss Templeman along with her accompanying guards. Those 3 were identified as Moscow, Price, a woman, Luna, and now you actually get to learn what is it?
Oh, Madam Ellie's real name.
Ellie's real name.
Yeah, Ellie's first name, actually. Where is it? I have it here. Yolanda Ellie. They were pointed out.
May I ask who this witness is?
Yes. She opens up one of the books. Sort of the small black notebook she opens up. Sort of has like these sort of key information. She goes, they were pointed out by a leathersmith who directly identified these 3.
A female leathersmith?
No, a gentleman. Certainly that would make a difference, would it?
You were informed of what was happened. I mean, I'm sure you were, for as high as, with all respect, your rank.
There's certainly a
Lieutenant.
lot of things happening. You might want to be a little more specific.
The trial that we had with the king.
Ah.
There's certain individuals at foot that have more power than, I don't know, than they see fit or that they should have, in my opinion. Luna does tarot cards reading. She's been kidnapped and been put through hell and is afraid to be locked in a cell. I don't think she could kill a general, let alone a guard. Madame Ellie, while she has a good personality on her, I think she might hit one with a pan, but I don't think she would actually kill a general. And Moscow will serve you a mean drink, but I don't think he'd harm you unless you did something to him.
Or someone he cares about.
And to be quite frank, we've been dealing with Evergrey the best we can. And truth be told, the mess is never cleaned up. Because as long as those twins are around, they get around and paint people in bad lights and do horrible things.
Yes, from the notes I've received from the trial, you did inform Trulios of the Blakes.
And their manner.
Yes. Speaking of which, how is Caspin?
Haven't seen him in a while.
Yes, he does find himself to be busy at times. Well, in regards to the testimony you have towards your friends and your employees, I understand. There are, however, a few things stopping me simply waving this by. First of all, we did lose a world general, so it does require a lot of eyes. And here, not just my own. If I were to simply wave them free, honestly, I could lose my position.
I have a suggestion, but I don't know if you'll like it.
I'm open to suggestions, but let me provide you a little more detail on why these three are being signaled out. First of all, one of the evidence is that they were found dead close to the Books and Brew. Yes, I know, not a solid one, but definitely doesn't help the situation. Two, the eyewitness accounts. Again, witnesses and eyewitnesses definitely could get things wrong. But again, doesn't help. Still leads them to point fingers at your friends. From our records, we found that there was a enchanted elixir found within the body, or within the personal effects of Miss Templeman's body. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Price did study here within the domain and has records of his very highly exceeding elixir abilities. Does not help. Next, we found what looked like to be a cracked glass stein over one of the guards' bodies. Books and Brew. Again, doesn't help. And lastly, we found what looks like to be a kitchen knife to one of your sets. Seemed that each of them had their neck slit.
Rolly? Who did we give the free drink and stein to at the tournament?
Didn't we give out a few?
There was only one that had a drink. I had a collective.
You gave out the order to give out a bunch of steins.
No, I know, but there was like one main person that got everything.
Yeah, and we also offered him a drink at the...
Yeah, it was like a free drink because we didn't offer everybody free drinks. It was like they had a stein, they had a sash, they had a drink. Like that person got all of them.
You finally hear Ruby Blair, who's in the room with you, go, "And one thing, I'm very sorry. Lastly, what we found on Miss Templeman's body was a notice of shutdown for the Books and Brew. The Postal Service provided me what looked to be a backlog of complaints to the Books and Brew. And as precaution, part of my duties is to give temporary shutdowns to the businesses that may be causing problems or health concerns. I didn't ship it out, but Miss Templeman was very adamant to take the notice and deliver it herself.
And why wasn't that notice attempt to be sent to us?
Yeah, for the owners, when we have to be dealing with the problem.
It was going to be sent to the establishment in hopes that you were going to be there. If you were not going to be there, we would attempt the next day and again and again and again.
A question.
The story frustrates me because they knew we weren't there. We told them we wouldn't be there.
Which is why I did not attempt to deliver, but Miss Templeman was very adamant. Yes, Miss Bonwell.
You sent multiple notices, multiple complaints.
Yes, it seemed that there was some sort of backlog within the Postal Service, and I ended up receiving what looked to be a massive stack of complaints against the Books and Brew.
From who?
From
All sorts of random anonymous individuals complaining about unsanitary conditions, food that made one sick, violence, things of that sort. Things that you would see in a bar and brothel.
Now you have access to these complaints, correct?
I do, and then she immediately gets cut off by Queen Turner. Well, certainly a lot against the Books and Brew and its employees. Now, you've done the domain a great service, and you have proven to be trustworthy. But I cannot stop the motions of law. It sounds, and looks to you, Rolly, it sounds that you're thinking of finding out more. I will at least grant that much.
Has this witness been...
Sorry, Rolly, in the beginning I could not hear a thing.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I said, sorry, Your Majesty, if I may.
Yes.
There has been quite a lot of peculiar things going on recently, and I'm curious to know the time frame in which these complaints were lodged, because we've been operating the Books of Brew for quite some time now, and it would be very strange for me to not really be... It would be very strange to have received a plethora of complaints in a very short amount of time. A lot of things here don't quite add up, and you know that I feel that there might be some foul play involved here.
It is possible. We currently have, and this is another reason why the trial of the Books and Brew has not gone off yet. So we're still looking into that. But if you feel like you know where to go and what to look into, I can grant that. In terms of your question, do I know when these complaints were logged? Unfortunately, I do not have that information. Miss
Can we
Blair,
get a copy of the records of the complaints?
Miss Blair can lead you towards the complaint and offer a copy. However, due to you, all three of you being owners of the Books and Brew, I cannot have you leaving yet.
That leads me to my suggestion that I said you may not like. Question is, has your witness been interrogated, but interrogated with Arcane to be forced to tell the truth?
The witness has been casted upon detect magic. There was no arcane ward actively on the individual. Not to say that there won't be any other means to influence an individual. However, if you wish to speak to this person, you may, with some exceptions. This is my point. She
Understandably.
reaches into her coat and pulls out 3 badges, presents all 3 of them to you. This is a way for me to track you, all three of you, to ensure that you do not leave the city of Owl Rock. Now, I will allow you and grant you permission to investigate, interrogate for the next 3 days. After that, sorry. We have to continue with the trial with what information we have. Is that understood?
It's understood.
Understood.
May I ask one more thing, and if you tell me no, it's, with all due respect, I will take the no. Are we allowed to see her body?
With supervision.
That's all I ask.
You may look into the effects found, as well as the witness. Learn what you can, but we are currently doing an investigation as well, so please be respectful, and we'll show the same respect. Again, this is all offered only to you three because of your services. Beyond that, that's as much mercy I can give.
Thank you.
We're very grateful.
And so are we. Your time starts now.
I look over at Vera. Well, let's get to it.
Yeah. I feel like there's an easy way to do this, but I don't know if she's gonna like it.
Who's that? Oh. I think I know what you're about to say. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that if we're being supervised.
I can either speak to her, or I can do them one better, but it will knock out anything I can do for the rest of the day.
It's nighttime, right?
It is nighttime, yes.
I think we only got 4 more hours left in the day. Might be worth it.
Here's the thing, too. We're stuck here for 3 days, so it's not like we're really gonna do anything.
Are we still in the room with the queen?
Are you still? You're still in the throne room. You can move. You can definitely say that you're having a discussion as you move away.
Yeah.
It's a private conversation.
Yeah, I think I'm not gonna make it like, oh, she's like, what are you talking about over there? No, no.
I think I'm gonna walk up to her. I'm gonna kneel, and I'm gonna ask her, if I were to bring her back, would you allow me?
In what capacity?
I mean, restored as in alive. I would be tapped for the rest of the day. Nothing bad would happen to her. But then you would know at least
Who do you serve?
Paylor. And she points to her symbol.
Nature God. One of the sun. I approve.
Okay. That was easier than thought.
That was easy!
The question is, do we got the resources, Vera?
I think I do.
Oh, speaking of resources, Miss Black, please return the effects of all of our friends here.
Thank God.
She kind of nods, quickly runs off to grab the rest of your equipment.
Yeah, it cost me 1,000 gold, and then I'm gonna need a long rest, but I can do it.
I say low. You think it'd be pushing too much? We told them to pay 1,000 gold for it.
Yeah, being that they're holding our friends in prison for this, if I bring her back, I mean, it's a good show of faith in the very least.
Yeah, I agree. That's a really good idea. It's only 1,000 gold.
Yeah, it's 1,000 gold.
All right, your equipment is returned back to you as these several floating discs with your equipment spread out in front of you all, ready for you to claim them back. And as you do so, what is your first action?
Ask her to show me where the body is. Her guards can come. I'd rather they come.
You guys are flanked by essentially 6 guards.
Can I ask Ruby to come?
Ah, yeah, I was gonna suggest that too.
Yes, I can come.
Let's request Ruby.
Oh, the only reason I ask is because I'm going to be really tired afterwards. Somebody's going to have to catch. 2, Rolly can catch, not you.
Oh, okay,
I just want to make
I
sure
was not going to be able to catch you.
if
We
any.
need a guarantee we can get out.
I just want to make sure, because we've run into some shady stuff, and this is fine if I say this in front of the queen. people aren't always what they seem. I'm sure you both know that. So if I bring somebody back and it's not her, I'd like to hope we have accommodations for that.
Understood? Sure. I can play witness.
Okay.
You guys are led to... Essentially, there is a different, like, stone pathway within the castle that leads you into what feels like a cooler and colder locale. There is numerous doors that are currently open. They don't even, like, rooms that seem like they have, like, surgical equipment. And almost like this is more of the mechanical medical location of the... Like, your own personal doctor lives here and works here for the castle. And you are led to essentially the coroner's location, where there is a draped white cloth over a very cold and chilled body.
Do you mind if we inspect it first, just in case she doesn't have anything weird on her?
Ruby goes, you were given permission by the queen. I do, as you mentioned, I do ask that you'd be respectful.
Savannah, you wanna... Yeah, I can do it, but I think you're better at it.
I believe she said respectful.
What am I doing?
Just look on her body to make sure she doesn't have anything odd or familiar to Evergrey or anybody else that is a problem.
And I have to be respectful about this? Okay.
Lightly pat, not dig, but you know.
No, to give us a better fair chance, I'll use my second lucky on that.
All right.
Well, I was gonna say before she rolled.
Okay, actually that worked. A natural 20.
So a few things first. Is that what check did you roll?
Investigation?
Investigation? Okay. I would accept that or a medicine check. So we'll keep the dirty 20. You unveil Meryl Templeman's body, currently fully bare. She is an ASMR, so what you do see are like the wings that she kept into her currently are sprawled out. And you see the halo that was above her head currently lightless, just sort of still hanging there. And as you start to look through her body, sort of finding any sort of marks, first of all, you do see what looks to be a cut across the neck. There are several what looks like to be wounds across her back. And you can see what looks to be several shards of glass near her face. But there is no markings of Evergrey.
Can I I'm actually doing an autopsy, take the glass to kind of put them in like a jar for us to look at later?
Yeah. You slowly start to take some of the pieces, putting them into a sort of a metal bowl. Sort of keep them there. There's only maybe about 7 pieces that you pull out.
And the marks don't look like a familiar weapon or anything, like even if it was just like, oh, a sword or something.
One looks like it was a knife cut, like something small and sharp that went across the neck. The wounds on her back look like it's more from a bludgeoning a weapon.
You know, I honestly feel sorry for her.
I saw.
Because I don't know what Lily did to her the first time. I imagine she's not had an easy time since. Alright. This takes an hour, so Veer is gonna like set up candles and stuff around her and do whatever she's gotta do to prep. And then I guess she'll put the gold pieces out too, by rather than be candles than be like, there's a shit ton of money around this person.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like she'll do like oil and stuff and a little bit of holy water. And then she'll just kind of sit there for an hour and cast resurrection on her.
As you do so, you said you put the coins out, right? Mm-hmm. The coins start to light up as they light around the figure, the dead body of Meryl Templeman, as a light starts to emit from this almost cone coming outwards, and you see the wings start to retract into her body a little bit, not like disappearing, but more like the muscles. And
I also wrap her so she's not, exposed.
yeah, she starts to lift up into the air a little bit, and the light hits into her eyes, into the halo above her head that starts to light into a bright, glowing sunlight as finally her body drops back to the surgical table. And it's quiet.
She have a pulse?
You touch her skin. It's cold, and slowly it starts to warm. And then you feel finally on the neck.
I think Vera just like sits and plops because she can't use magic anymore after this until she takes a long rest.
And finally, what's this going on? Where am I?
Welcome back, General.
I think you're a true angel now, and she's like on the floor. Like...
And you see her, she like instinctively like reaches for her chest, just sort of like trying to make sure she's breathing correctly, and she feels like the cloth, she pulls it up a little bit further up.
If I did it right, you're not gonna have any marks.
How did I get here?
Somebody tried to kill you, succeeded, blamed our friends.
In my own room?
No. What was the last thing you remembered?
I was in my room.
That's not where they found you.
I was opening my mail. And I found a bottle?
In the mail?
Yes, package. And I opened it. And that's the last I remember.
Well, they tried to pin whoever did that to you on 3 innocent people that run a bar.
She reaches for her forehead.
I'd try to fix that, but that's it. I'm tapped for today.
This just needs a rest.
Gentlemen, if I may.
Yes.
Do you recall ever visiting the books and brew?
I have no time to go to bars.
I just look
Not
at...
even in your official capacity? Not even for official business?
Did you ever have a reason to? Like,
No, it's not under my purview. I don't take care of businesses.
not even to issue shutdowns or complaints?
I've been asked to handle violence after notices of complaints, but I'm not the one that delivers them.
That gives us a time frame.
Okay, so then I look at Miss Breyer and I say,
Is that
well-
good enough?
Yeah, Ruby kind of looks at her and goes, "But Meryl, you were so adamant that you wanted to deliver." She goes, "Why would I ever do that? You told me to give you the notice."
It wasn't her. Then I told you.
yeah, Miss Breyer, we have someone who can disguise themselves well, or a shapeshifter in our hands. In our midst, I don't know.
That's impossible. They can't shapeshift under my office. Most independent meeting rooms within the I'm doing Meryl's accent. Each independent meeting room within
Who do
Castle
you know
Alrac
that can
has a
shapeshift that works
anti-magic spell.
But I don't think this was a spell, at least not in the traditional sense.
What if they could just innately do it?
It stops spells from being cast. I would know.
Some
if
people,
it's not
that's
a
what they
spell?
are. It's not a spell. They just do, like, she does her hair real quick because
No,
that's innate.
I understand, but
There's some people that don't need magic. They just do it. Or they're powerful enough to get by you.
Well,
Uh,
my
you-
thing is just she opened the bottle and then that's the last thing she remembered. that's not a spell per se.
You hear from the back one of the guards who sees Miss Templeman sort of rise and goes, I'm sorry, but I can probably attest to one thing here. I was stationed outside of Miss Templeman's room a few nights ago, and she left on her own accord.
I don't think it was
Possession?
We need to let the queen know that they have someone in their ranks that is not who they think they are.
I
Wait,
think
so we're in her room right now, right?
You're in the coroner's
we're in
office.
the coroner's office.
Okay.
So essentially what you've been informed was that Miss Templeman one night received a package, opened a vial, and without doing anything, just the vial being opened, immediately blacked out. Doesn't remember. The guard that was stationed outside her room saw the delivery. She closed the door, and immediately, after some time passed, she left the room.
Would you mind telling the queen this? He can carry you over there, but we have 3 innocent people in a cell because they think they did it.
I mean, I wasn't there when the attack happened. I'm sorry.
No, not you.
No,
I'm talking
no.
about her. If she can tell
looks at
them.
you and goes, they attacked from behind. I don't know who did it.
But
The key thing is we can say is something else is going on here.
They said that you were at the bar, that you were adamant with this notice. And I think that at least brings some levity that it's not those 3 because they were at the bar.
You hear Blair pipe up going, whether she was under control or not, that's not going to be enough evidence for your friends. There still is a matter of whether she was in control or not. They still believe, and there's a lot of evidence pointing towards your friends killing her regardless. We'll pass the information along, but that's only one aspect.
I don't know if you'll allow me because I think I'm too close to this situation, but what if I force them to tell the truth and that witness all together?
On who?
The 3 that you have in jail.
On who? I can't hear you again.
The 3 that you have in jail. And that witness.
Moscow, Luna.
I can do that. The only reason I don't think she will because she thinks I'm too close to the situation. Maybe if I just do it to the witness because I don't know them.
We can try the witness. We do have a direct witness pointing all 3 of them.
Maybe she'll recognize them. Something.
I'll take care of Miss Templeman. We'll pass the information along, but if you would like to talk to the witness,
We need to do that tomorrow.
I'd recommend it. Rest on it and
I just put my shoulder on Miss Templeton. I'm like, I'm really sorry for whatever Miss Underwood did and whoever did this to you because you don't deserve it.
don't be sorry. She moves a little bit, because I'm going to have their heads.
Just please keep an eye out. And most things aren't what they seem. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Where do you guys go to rest? Or do you have anything else you'd like to take care
I
of? during
mean,
the
I'm
night?
just going to make sure they tell the queen she's up and at 'em now.
Yeah. I mean, we'll fast forward a little bit saying that they do that. I'm not going to do a self RP where they all three
No,
people
but
talk
I
to
mean,
each
at
other.
least like what she said that she didn't.
Didn't ever remember.
Yeah, like she
essentially,
didn't.
Miss Meryl Templeman tells the queen that she's back. The queen is very excited to see her, and she goes, "I opened up a package and I blacked out." And the guard goes, "I saw her leave her room, and that's as much as we can attest to her time." And then she went to Miss Blair's office, requested notice, and that's the last we have of her in the castle. And the queen again goes, "So she left the castle. Under her own accord or not, we can't still prove that the ones downstairs are the one who didn't do it."
I will say this. Those Blake twins made somebody that looked like my sister. And
Then
did the
prove
same
it's
thing.
the Blake twins. I understand that you keep telling me it's either Evergrey or the Blake twins. I want to see solid proof. I have become very irritated now because I have given you enough time. You brought back my general and I am ever so grateful, but I cannot sway the rest of the party's influence on one aspect because we have not proved that's not them.
I know. I'll work on that tomorrow. I'm kind of tapped.
Yeah, Your Majesty, we still have 2 days. We have plenty of time.
You do. But I understand
We'll get to the bottom of this.
the Blakes are a concern.
I might want to keep this information secret.
You may
That
not,
is a good suggestion.
yeah, you may not want to say she's up and around.
Meryl, as much as I respect your autonomy, you're under house arrest for now.
And if possible, can we investigate her room tomorrow?
You may. Where are you sleeping tonight?
Didn't really
I
have a
think-
plan on it.
We were originally planning on going home, but is that not an option?
It is an option. It's your home.
Vera, you have a zone of truth, right? Sorry, Meta.
I can't hear you, Steve. I just heard you say my
Closer,
name.
sir.
Oh, sorry. I said you have zone of truth, right?
Yeah, but if when I cast resurrection, I can't cast any magic.
No, I know, but you have it, right?
I think that's the plan for the witness.
Yeah, and I've seen it, so I'm gonna say, Your Majesty, we would like to next cross-examine the witness, and we have, I believe, to be the perfect tool to do so. We will just require a room and the ability to cast a single spell.
Currently, the witness is held up in their own home. We'll provide you the information in the morning, where they are located, and you have my permission to cross-examine them. In addition to that, where are you sleeping? Because I'm going to have Miss Templeman's effects that were on her delivered to your location.
I mean, if it's not conflicting, the books.
Send it to the Books and Brew.
That is your home, if you wish to sleep there.
Yeah.
In the morning, you'll have a delivery of the effects found. Under supervision, of course.
Understood.
Okay. All three of you head back to the Books and Brew. Head back to the fourth story where you guys have your room all decked out. As the last gift Madame Ellie gave you guys all was using your money to buy you a well-furnished bedroom with a weapons rack, what looks to be like a rocking chair. There is nice rugs and canopy and tapestries, beds, a large bed for Rolly. And there is like a little coffee table on each of next to each of your beds where you can place drinks, and there's a little arcane light. It feels homey, but empty. And that is where we're going to end today's session. So we'll join the party again when they start to continue their investigation.
Okay. Writing myself a note to prep Zone of Truth when I get taken along with it.
All right. Well, as a reminder, everyone, we're not going to be live next week. However, we will be live again on the 26th, so join us then.
And on the 25th for the one
So
shot.
until then, yeah, we'll be live 25th for the one shot. So until then, check you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.